Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Gingers. Got our ginger beer, ginger snaps, ginger characters, also known as Branwen. You're pointing in the wrong direction. However, we also have a ginger in real life. That's right. Where's the man bun? We're so thrilled that you would join us here on this pre-recorded session of Nat20Hot, where we have taken our players out of the descent and into the surface or onto the surface once more. If you're joining us for the first time, we're a group of people that like to play Dungeons and Dragons together. This is an entirely homebrew campaign running some homebrew rules. So if you're a stickler for the rules, kick rocks and watch something else. But if you like some fun, but if you're into fun, yes,
Rules. Yeah.
If he likes rules, Dua Lipa can stay.
He does have a song called New Rules.
Anyway, we hope that you will enjoy this. As Evan said, if you didn't hear him, we are a fundraising entity of Extra Life, which is a wonderful charity. You can check the link on our Twitch page. All of your contributions go towards children's hospitals and funding critical and life-saving care for children who need it. And as it is the season of giving, or we're coming up upon it, it is technically the season of spooking. We're going to allow it to become the season of giving, and you will enjoy that. Those are our announcements. Let's get into a recap because last time out, our party continued deeper into the descent, which is one of two directions you can go. A pit bored into the earth beneath the capital city of Hylasera and delving ever deeper. What lies at the bottom? Unknown, but assumed and suspected to be a chained gateway to a former dead god or goddess, Azaleus, who once ruled during the time of the Convergence Wars and has since been banished to her realm, far away from this place by the former Sentinels, of which Seraphil was one of them. They dealt with the aftermath of the changelings that took the place of members of Bartlett's band and adventuring party that they had stumbled across, much to the dismay of some of their remaining party members who ended up either choosing to take their own life or advance up to the surface once more. Also, they decided to go even deeper and found and stumbled upon finally the true lair of Gwen the Hag, which was barred entry from them by Big Willie, a creation of Gwen the Hag, which was created from the assembly of different parts of some of the captives of Gwen, including that of the uh, cool sword name, Sword of the Morning, Orion Fireheart. They rescued these poor individuals and brought them back to the surface after masterfully uncovering a chest locked with two keys they could not find because they did not look, and instead were able to deftly dispel the traps and unlock through masterful lockpicking and discovered what is undoubtedly Gwen's Heartstone, previously born of a dying star eons, thousands of years prior. Having discovered and now destroyed Gwen's Heartstone, the key to her immortality, the party returned to the surface where Branwen received a frantic message from her imprisoned sister Colette, who revealed that the government of the Summer Court, the Lavender Parlor, had declared Branwen as the champion to fight in their stead in Colette's trial by combat, leaving Colette without a champion and needing to decide who will fight for her life. And that is where we find ourselves with Randy, you arriving with some of the former captives of Gwen in the sanctuary of Adara that you have kind of created as a beacon, a home base for yourself, as well as Bramwin and Cena returning to the surface by way of the Ghent apartments outside the Ashenmoor. What are y'all doing?
Nobody got left behind, right?
Nobody was left behind. I'm just gonna eat my ginger snap now.
Well, when are we're gonna kill Gwen, or what's the plan?
I think one of us has to kill Branwen.
right now? We don't
I
know
mean,
any of this, though, right? Like,
You do
Brandon's,
not.
Oh wait, do we not?
Brandon's off, and
Yeah,
Oh.
because you teleported back, and then Sienna and I are probably
Right.
still technically underground.
somewhere else.
Unless you guys are just sitting around taking a nap while you're waiting for us.
I mean, how long is it going to take you to get out of the pit?
That's up to Christopher.
I would say you guys are moving. You are invisible. You're moving quite quickly. It probably takes you about an hour.
That's so fast. It took us like 4 days to get down.
Well, you stopped a lot. You explored. We'll say 2.5, 3 hours. You're right.
Okay.
I guess we'll probably chill in the sanctum since they know we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, technically
And in-
speaking, Branwen, you were receiving that message kind of as you return to the surface.
Okay.
So the killing Gwen thing, like, yes, very enthusiastic about that. But before we do, I think we need to charge her with treason so she loses the support of the Lavender Parlor and doesn't control an army of Dawn Guard anymore.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And that's where this guy, and I pointed Orion Fire Song or whatever his name is.
Fireheart.
Fireheart, close enough. That's where he comes in. And also, lots of Zone of Truth and all of the documents that we found in Lady Annalise's office.
Are you all I'm assuming like the sanctum folks. You're walking back to the Ambercrest,
Mm-hmm.
or are you staying at the sanctum for now?
We never agreed on meeting anywhere, did we?
You did
Yeah,
not.
so they probably think they're probably waiting or gonna, walking towards the sanctum looking for us. So
Okay.
we can chill. Unless you want to send them a message, tell them we're going somewhere.
As you all are sitting there chatting, Tiberius will chime in. One of the individuals that you rescued from the descent, and will kind of
Oh, I remember.
look in your general direction. One more thing, if you're talking about Gwen, uh, that is who you're talking about. Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've studied Gwen a long time. I studied her.
Like a bug?
No, like a person. And she has an indomitable spirit. I recommended killing her a long time ago. But unfortunately, they did not listen to I recommended killing her a long time ago, but they didn't. That was after I studied her. And they decided that my recommendation to kill her was not necessary. But I would have recommended to kill her had they decided to.
Well,
Guys, we could get him to keep
it
going
would've
like
made a
this for the
difference.
next 3 hours.
Tiberius, thank you so much for that suggestion.
What did you learn about her while you were studying her like a bug person?
She has an unfortunate condition. There were times that incredibly, when I studied her, I found that she had incredible magic. She's a sorcerer of sorts,
Oh,
and she would cast her magic, but sometimes the magic would happen to her, and it would result in terrible things, terrible things. And I had studied her for some time. And when I had studied her, we found that there was a solution. she was not willing to subject herself to the solution. But if you
The
ask
solution
me,
being killed.
anyone with that affliction should probably be killed.
That's good to know. I'm just gonna kind of sit a little bit
It's
lower in
very
my chair.
dangerous. And one more thing, and another thing. I had studied her for a while, and I had found that she also had this affliction, where her magic would cause other magic to happen. It's all in my notes, though I can't. I was down. She also kidnapped me, and I have not quite been myself
Was it like
since she kidnapped me.
a revenge type thing?
She often said that, yes. And another thing, she used to say that it was because I had studied her and suggested that she be killed.
Can I just, is this guy, is he normally like is he just old, or is he like fucked up in the brain, like cursed?
He actually has
like
severe
that.
It's called
CTE.
dementia.
uh, you can make a medicine check if you'd like to.
Got the thing that Chris Benoit had.
I got a
Gonna turn
dirty
into a
20.
family annihilator.
A dirty 20, you'd be able to tell that
Yeah, but he could beat 300. No, he couldn't beat 300 ravens.
he's a very old man. He clearly is demonstrating signs of short-term memory loss, as well as generally like a significantly traumatic experience, uh, so as to suggest that perhaps he's been tortured.
Is PTSD a disease, Chris? Take a stance.
Oh, it's a heavy ask.
It's in
Uh,
the DSM.
um, by the laws of Dungeons and Dragons, I'm gonna say it's a condition, not a disease.
And tell me, what's the difference between a condition and a disease?
Okay, so
A condition
Well,
cannot be cured by cure diseases or things that you might be able to do.
Oh, convenient.
I'm
Yes.
gonna kind of get somebody who is maybe a priest or a priestess here, and I'm gonna talk to him and go, hey, I think that this guy Tiberius, he's gonna stick around here for a little while.
Oh.
Just kind of keep an eye on him, make sure he's doing okay. He's really old, and he's been through a little bit of
Oh, I see.
torture. So just, you know,
Of course. As ward of the Hearthkeeper, your word and ask is gospel. We will ensure that he is well taken care
awesome. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
of. Of course. And they're gonna kind of walk over and like put their arms around him. Oh, what? I didn't see you there. I where are we anyway? Uh, and the priest will just kind of start to whisper, and you can see their hands kind of glow, and their cadence comes a little bit slower, and you kind of oh, okay, yes, 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 and they'll guide them to another room. You can also see that as you've asked that of that particular priest, two others will kind of come up to Rena and to Orion and start to treat their wounds.
Cool.
So I don't remember how much I've told y'all about what I learned from Lexi Conclave and like his writing specifically about Gwen. Um, but yeah, he is also, as you know, he was saying, she is also uh, traversed the plains and gotten the same kind of thing as me with the wild magic.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's kind of keep that on the down low around him. But also, if he has any ideas about how to kill her, I mean, other than just kind of the normally what we do, hot dog or hamburger kind of method. Um, saying he might have some ideas
Yeah,
if we can get him to have like a coherent thought.
that might be a little bit of a challenge, given his condition, not disease. But he also mentioned something about, and I think you had said something about it after your time at the Lexi Conclave, like subjecting yourself to something that would let you control your condition.
Yes, there's like a rock. And I will pull out my little. Let me. Where's my character sheet? Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the little charm or whatever that they gave me. Show it to him.
Oh, so you
Um,
have it.
Yes. And it's just sort of like right now it sort of expands uh that kind of magic. But yeah, she didn't like it. She was not into it. But that's all I really know about it.
Yeah, so just to clarify, you haven't quite conducted the. You do not. You're aware that there is a ritual, but you're not sure of what that ritual is to actually control and regulate the magic. Your experiences at the Lexi Conclave has afforded you greater scope of magic. But as Dunk pulls out the charm, each of you notices that the rock, kind of embedded in the charm, is Celicite. It's a Celicite charm.
Okay.
So it all comes back around.
And this isn't gonna like kill you or anything, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that you clocked from like previous is that Gwen did not want to submit herself to the requirements of the ritual.
No.
And she found another methodology of siphoning off that magic, which was creating little babies.
Right.
Branwen, Cena, I'll say at this point, having arrived at the surface and getting your message from Colette, you're kind of storming off in the direction of the sanctum. At this point, it is quite late in the evening. Obviously, you're a bit turned around from your time below surface, as well as just the ever-present sun. Um, but you're kind of angrily stalking through the city to get to the sanctum. It's effectively the other side, unless you choose to
I
go to.
definitely like turn around and start storming in the direction of wherever my mom's office is, and then I turn back around and start going like this is down.
Okay. Yeah, so you goes, and then you immediately kind of turn around and adjust and head off towards the sanctum. So within time, as Randy, Doug, Willem, you're all chatting, Branwen haughtily storms through the doors of the sanctum. And as a priest kind of goes, welcome, she kind of holds up her hand immediately. And each of you can kind of see the, uh, the pent up frustration within her, your companion.
Hey
You
girl,
good?
hey.
What's up? Yeah.
I'm gonna kill my mom.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
She announced me as champion
Okay.
for her.
Okay. Can't you say no?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just mad about it.
You
Oh
would
no,
know.
yeah,
It feels
like
like
that's really like manipulative and awful, but like can't you say no?
Brennan, you would understand that to refuse a summons by the Lavender Parlor is the equivalent of high treason, which is the equivalent of what Colette is on trial for. One might
yeah,
define it as
no,
a
I
rock and a hard place.
yeah. So no, I can't. Um,
All right. So then don't we just stick with the original plan where we present all of our evidence and depose your mom and Gwen from power and get the trial uh, overturned and let your sister out?
yeah, we should. We need to find out when the trial is, and then
You would know
They,
what if it's like it's tomorrow? And the big game's
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Big game is tomorrow. Colette said that in her message to you.
Oh god,
Colette said the big game is tomorrow.
the
Tomorrow
big game is tomorrow.
at sundown, dusk, since it's always sundown.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have everything that we need.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do it.
Well, didn't you talk to Calyx and he
Yeah, we
told
need.
you who you needed to find?
Yeah. I just need to contact Calyx. Do I have any spell slots left if I was casting invisibility a lot?
I mean, invisibility lasts 1 hour,
Oh wait. Yeah.
so you cast it.
Okay. No, I still have two.
You
I
cast it
should have two
4
sending.
times.
No, I
I
can't.
can I can give
I
you
can't.
a
Okay.
spell slot of level 1 through 3.
I can also cast sending.
Yeah. Can you send a message to Calyx?
Yeah. Have I met this guy though?
You've seen
You saw
him
him at
from
the
a
party.
distance, yes.
Okay, what should I say? Meet us here?
Yeah. Tell him to, or we should go back to our man.
To the Marigold Estate?
Ambercrest.
Ambercrest.
We
Yeah.
could go back
right.
to the
I
Ambercrest.
thought we
or we
lived
could.
at the Marigold Estate.
We do on another plane.
I'm getting these confused, guys.
So
All right.
where we are
I
now,
see.
there's no Zomboy.
Well, to be fair, Zomboy was kind of
Okay. I don't care where he meets us. Tell him that we have what we need and an old friend of his, Ryan over here. Ask him where he wants to meet us.
Okay.
Can
I
I
turn back
make
to
a suggestion?
What?
Sorry. Oh, I think we should stay here because, like, who knows if they're watching us, especially, like, if we go out into the city with vulnerable people who used to be prisoners. I think it might be a good idea if he comes to us and we stay put.
That's a good point.
We don't know who could be watching us out there.
Okay, just call him. I don't care what you say.
No, for sure. I turned to Willem very briefly. I go. Zomboy was but a fleeting moment of our lives, and we will forever miss him. And I cast sending to Calyx, and I say, "Hello, Calyx. Hey, girl. Hey. I'm Randy. We haven't met, but I know Willem, and I know Branwen, and I know Dunk, and we're all friends."
I'm counting.
You got to be over the limit or close to it.
You are very close. You have maybe 7 words.
Come to Adar's sanctuary. We have evidence.
That's 7.
That's 7. All right. You
I
hear.
see my face change as I physically remember that I only have 25 words.
Oops, a little bit. He's
You-
concentrating so hard.
Hear a voice in your mind, devoid of slurs and like any kind of you feel composed.
Oh,
I
it's
voice.
not
certainly hope
insulting you.
so.
That's good.
He's not a racist. He
Yeah.
says, "I'm on my way."
Yeah, he's coming.
I think we should
Okay.
have a discussion at a later date about who in the D&D campaign could say the F slur.
Nobody.
Friend.
Randy can't.
Randy can't. Cena and Branwen could say it.
Nobody can or should. You sit in silence for a few moments.
I'm pacing so much.
and inevitably a priest will come up to you, Randy, and go, "Your guests are welcome under our care. Can we provide you anything of need?"
Sorry, say that again.
"Your guests are welcome under our care. Can we provide you anything of need?"
You guys want anything? Ginger ale,
Ginger
Ginger
snaps.
beer.
ginger beer.
Different. They'll kind of look to the group and smile. We can make up cots for all of you, of course, if you'll be staying the night.
Yeah, might as well. Sure, man. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Of course. And they'll kind of
Hey,
like
Randy,
gesture
I'm
to a
saying
few of
this
the
in his head.
priests.
Do we trust them?
Uh, I look at her and out loud I go, Adara, meh. These guys, yeah, they're pretty cool. Like they're awesome. These guys love me.
They really do love you.
As Randy goes, Adara, the ever burning flame, where it's like kind of always letting a slight pillar of white smoke into the center of the sanctuary, roars to life, and
Oh fuck.
just for a moment, and then perpetually dies down. It actually like garners a from one of the nearby priestesses, who just like kind of like and immediately kind of turns to prayer, and the flame soothes.
Yeah. I'll say to that guy, I'll go, it's cool, dude. And I turn to the fire and I go, just it's a whole thing, all right, with you. It's a whole thing, right? And I turn back to everybody else.
Your mom is mad at you.
Adara is not my mom. My
As you
mom was
all
kind of
are,
a callous bitch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't remember her very much though. I just kind of assume.
I remember mine,
I would hope so. We saw her like 5 days ago.
unfortunately.
as
Well,
you all
and
are
I start
talking.
lighting up a joint.
Yep. As you all are talking, you hear the familiar like beating of wings, and in the courtyard beyond the sanctuary, a
I'm sorry, what?
beating of wings.
Oh,
Like,
wait, the horses, the horse things.
Ugh.
Griffin.
Yeah.
They're
Griffins?
called griffins,
Yeah, I was thinking of Pegasuses for a second.
not pegasi.
Dude, you
Um,
scared us so bad for a second.
oh yes, not that, not those wings. As in the courtyard beyond you, a griffin lands in a cloud of dust, and the resplendent, like clearly decked in the finest armor they have, Calyx with a mighty blade at their side kind of shrugs off the saddle, and like adjusts himself in his plate armor. He's kind of clearly coiffed his white hair, slicked it back, made sure he looks as meticulously and well maintained. He's Branwen, especially from the most recent time that you've seen him, he has clearly picked himself up, and made himself look quite presentable. As he enters into the sanctum, does a very respectful bow to the priests and priestesses of the sanctum before approaching you. Lady Branwen and companions, and by the stars, Orion, I thought not that we would see our face again. And he'll kneel. Brother. He'll rise again and look to you. I can only have no doubt what foul creature has befallen him. So, what news do you bring?
Um, I mean, him. Um, according to him, Sylphian is probably dead.
Orion will interrupt. Not probably. I am afraid it's true, my lord.
Branwen, I think they're waiting for you.
Oh, they're waiting for me to say more things? We found
You did
Gwen's.
hail us here, or hail me here.
Yeah, I mean, our proof is in Orion, and well, I was gonna say Tiberius, but he's kind of useless, and also Rena Little. But then we found Gwen's lair under
Oh, wait, hold
into
on.
the city.
Zone of truth. And I make a big old truth circle, just to
I was telling the
make the.
truth.
No,
No, but
exactly.
yeah, I'm just just
I
so they
have
know.
no doubt in what you say. You bring before a victim of her heinous crimes. You say you have things stolen from your mother's office that suggest a collaboration between the two of them,
Yes.
and of course your own experiences.
Yes.
Yeah, there was also a journal we found down there, which I think we probably took, that talked about how Gwen defied a holy sanctum underneath the city and how she was in league with well, do you guys know what's down there?
Not everyone knows, but I am familiar. If you
Oh
mean to
yeah, well,
suggest that they defile the part of the palace that is meant to ward off the creature that lies below.
yes, Gwen defiled that and is indeed in league with that creature.
Well,
I
if
also
this is
have
not
these writings
enough,
from Tiberius, uh, or found these writings from Tiberius in the Lexi Conclave. I don't know if that would. It's
you've,
like about Gwen and about the things she's done.
you've stolen something from the lexicon life.
Oh, yeah,
I,
it came about them.
all of you have done commendable work. I would advise you to keep those to yourself. They might not be as beneficial as you would hope them to be, given the circumstances. However, if everything else that you have acquired is not enough, then nothing will be. We must make our case. Branwen, I'm sure you've heard the news.
Yes. Unfortunately.
I'm sorry. You must understand that I am powerless to do anything at this current juncture, but I will support you however I can to undo this injustice.
Is there any way that this fight won't happen?
If you all feel prepared, we can call for a general council tomorrow. As Baron,
What
I can do so.
what would we need to do to prepare for that?
You must prepare your minds and your steel. You must feel confident in what you are to present, and understand that it is unlikely that she will go quietly.
This would be prevented in front of Gwen and the Lady Annalise.
Correct. They must be able to hear the claims.
Right. So, given that, yeah, we'll probably have to kill them there because, like you said, they won't go quietly.
My men will be there to
How
ensure that we prevent any bloodshed. But we must
how
prepare for the
What
much
if?
danger is
inevitable.
my sister going to be in during this, though?
Ooh,
She will be remain in the Dawn Guard barracks. We will
How
improve,
safe is she there, though?
save as an entire garrison of Dawn Guard protecting her. Now,
Dawn Guard, who are under Lady Gwen's control.
you must understand that if the parlor does not accept your evidence, you must be prepared to deal with the consequences of that. And for what it's worth,
The
I will gladly die by your side.
Well, thanks. Is there any more evidence you can think that we could present that would sway the parlor?
I believe you have everything that you could theoretically have. I only want the lavender parlor is. He kind of tightens up, fickle, as many Fae are. You must cause them to question the legitimacy of Gwen. If they do not see her as a legitimate ruler, or perhaps they see her as something worse, and they question their own safety and well being, they too will question her. I believe you have everything to demonstrate that they should.
Yup.
I hope so.
Branwen, do you want to go through with this fight, or would you like to present our evidence first?
I'm just scared that we're gonna come out of some successful evidence presentation. I don't know what, and only come out to find out that my sister's been killed in prison.
If you're concerned, I'll place 10 of my most trusted men. Consider her a flight risk. That if she were to not wish to take part in the trial by combat, she would flee. I'll place 10 of my best men on her cell to ensure that she is kept there.
Can I insight check him just in
Sure.
case?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's really good. That's a 24.
Calix is a man of honor. He is clearly giving you his word.
Okay. Okay.
I will ensure that no harm befall her. If you choose to move forward with a trial by combat, I cannot have the same guarantee. We will need to face it
Okay.
eventually. Ultimately,
Yeah.
it is your decision. I understand that it is you who puts yourself into the hornet's nest.
I'm trying to think if we have anything to gain by doing the trial by combat.
It could offer you the
Assuming
element of surprise. If you choose to go forward with the trial by combat and reveal your evidence there. It would be difficult, but Gwen would have no time to prepare. And of course, Colette would be by her side.
But we'd also be surrounded by a Coliseum, which could go well in our favor in convincing people that Gwen's bad,
Indeed. You would have not just the Lavender
but
Parlor,
also,
but the general populace of the city. If the Lavender Parlors see the populace going against her, they will have no choice.
drama.
It is, by all intents, a catch-22.
what do you guys think?
I do like the idea of the surprise at the trial by combat. Um,
I am inclined to agree, but the slight issue with that is that would entail you participating in the trial by combat.
Yeah.
and Colette would still need a champion then, or herself.
Willem.
Yeah.
Even Cena kind of scrunches her nose a little bit.
If I need somebody to help argue against Gwen in front of a bunch of people, you're a good one to do it. And also, if we're somehow forced to fight, I know you'll beat me. So,
This trial by combat is to the death traditionally.
not
Yes.
always.
Okay. I don't want to kill you. So,
But could you?
I mean, physically, could I? Yeah, probably. Emotionally, could I? That's a bit of
Emotional
a harder
damage.
sell.
Damn it. But
Especially because,
you also would be able to bring me back.
yeah, hey, just putting this out there. Remember what happened last time you got brought back and kind of got really sad and had a hard time for a long time?
It would
That was
also,
a completely different scenario.
it would also
Oh, it's
be,
just your friend killing you this time.
I would also advise you that the parlor and the populace will not look kindly upon a trial by combat that ends with the combatant, being immediately revived. It'll be looked upon as a fraud.
It is a
Well,
fraud.
you
I would
guys are
be.
into that kind of thing, aren't you? Like, it's all about like ritual and the show of everything in honor rather than like real consequences necessarily.
Ordinarily, yes, but here we are talking about high treason. Oftentimes, trials by combat occur in the name of one person spitting on another person's shoes.
Uh huh. Well, Branwen, I could bring you back for precisely a minute after you go.
Um, I I could bring her back within 10 days.
So we could just
Oh,
leave her dead for a few days until we can like
let's
sneakily get in there.
Okay, well now
let
I'm getting uncomfy.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I look at Brandon and I go like, only if like you're cool with it, but as long as your soul is willing to rejoin your body, it could be 10 days.
hey,
Quite a
so
cushion.
another idea. What if you and I go like we're
Ooh.
totally gonna fight, and then like in the middle of it, we're like, "Hey, you did treason. We have evidence," and then we don't actually have to fight each other.
Well, I mean, I feel like the fighting each other is like worst case scenario
Yeah.
because
Counterpoint. That wasn't Cena. It was a. Sorry, no, it sounded like Cena, but I didn't mean for it to be Cena.
Cena.
An individual speaks up from the background. Counterpoint. Name me as Colette's champion. As Orion Fireheart steps into the circle. Colette will present herself as though she means to fight on her own behalf, and when you are all ready, she names me. Certainly the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Calyx
Do
kind of.
people know you've been missing?
Orion kind of turns to Calyx and goes, "We've kept it admittedly a little bit secret. The public does not necessarily wish to know the Sword of the Morning is missing. But there are those in the parlor who are aware of your disappearance. Either way, the Sword of the Morning without their arm will be a shock to all."
I think
Um,
this gives all the drama that we're looking for, and like shock, not just like drama for drama's sake, although sure. Uh,
I have
but
one slight concern. I have seen, as have we all, Gwen kill somebody with a word. What is to say she will not be able to do that to you?
I also have experienced Gwen messing with my head before, and should we somehow be forced to fight, I need to know that he can beat me.
Also
Because
10 days.
if I win, then Colette still dies.
Yeah, but like you
Or
wouldn't
does
let
she?
that happen.
I failed at losing a fight before, and I
Yeah,
don't want to kill Orion Fireheart in front of everybody. That will completely ruin our our chances of convincing the public of anything.
I'm still
yep.
capable with my left hand.
You better be.
It would be as good. But
I say give the choice to Colette because it's her choice anyway. And we plan to spring the trap during the trial.
This is a terrible idea. I'm so. Oh man. Yeah, I'll go talk. How about I go talk to Colette?
I'm afraid. Well, just you and I. And we need to be quiet about it.
Okay.
Right. Calyx and Branwen, or Calyx will escort Branwen by Griffin back to the Dawn Guard quarters. The rest of you, are you staying in the sanctum for the evening, or?
Yeah, we'll hang out with these
Oh my God, Slumby.
people.
For sure.
All right. So while Branwen and Calyx go off, the rest of you can take a long rest, unless there's anything that you would like to do before the end of the night.
Studying that scroll.
Aye.
That's it.
Oh yeah, the omniscient scroll.
The Deus Ex Machina that's gonna solve the whole campaign.
When we travel back in time.
Yes.
Actually,
It's like in my one campaign where I got a wish spell and I wished that all of the undead, including most of the big bads, all got turned into fertile soil, but then I also did cover the atmosphere with dirt.
that's right.
Long story.
You, Randy, have only one more day of study.
No.
Oh God.
Ah! All right. Oh my god. I'm giddy. I'm gonna. I'd like to.
Get a long rest in, dude.
You have
Yeah.
one more day of study, like after today. Like this
Yeah.
was okay. All
No,
right.
for sure.
All right.
Holy shit.
Branwen.
He just got really excited.
Branwen, you climb on a bit nervously, gingerly, Cena kind of clasping your hand before kind of silently parting ways. Like she looks at you knowingly as you climb onto the
Give her
back
a
of
little
the
kiss.
as you climb onto the back of the griffin, and Calyx will kind of look over his shoulders. Hang on tight. It takes some getting used to. As it like ferociously kicks off and kind of rears back, and you do kind of have to wrap your arms around his chest to keep yourself from hurtling backward. But it is pure bliss as you kind of sail off through the evening, the warm evening air of Hylasera, and within moments you arrive at the Dawn Guard barracks. And Calyx kind of presses a finger to his lips and urges you to pull your hood up as he walks confidently through the grounds to the small doorway that leads you down below into the barracks prison cell, where Colette kind of she looks more sallow than you previously left her. The bronze copper color of her skin kind of faded in the lack of light of the barracks jail cell. But as soon as she sees you come in, her eyes kind of like they flutter between like pure joy to see you to like a bit of a not an it's a mix of anger and dismay. And she goes, "You're here, good, my lord." And she kind of bows as she sees that Calyx is also with you, and he goes, "I'll leave you two." And he will kind of step to the stairwell.
Telepathic conversation time.
Okay.
Um, you need to pick a champion.
I have to pick someone to make sure that you die. You're asking me to pick someone to kill you. I was just going to fight for myself. And then I really get to decide if I, should live or die. And then I have to, I'm
What?
expected, well, I figured I'm not going to beat you. But, like, at the very least, it's like a true representation of whether I should live or die, right?
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
But wait, what else? I'm not going to pick someone to kill you.
We've already. Would you rather have Orion Fireheart or Willem?
I'm sorry. Do you have a death wish? Either one. Could you at least pick like a slightly more even matchup? Or do you think that
No.
highly of yourself? I'm sorry.
Roast mode.
There's a lot of other things happening. There's a chance that we might not have to fight at all.
You have a plan. Plan. Are you gonna fill me in on this plan?
Oh yeah, I mean, I might as well. I give her a very quick rundown on Gwen evil. We have proof. Gwen evil.
Okay. So it's either Willem kills you and you get revived again,
This is
or
worst case scenario.
okay, or Orion Fireheart, one-armed, miserably fails and embarrasses himself in front of the entire court trying to kill you. But at the very least, he's great evidence. What if he's just like reveals himself in the crowd, like, I object. Wait, this is like a wedding, right? You can object.
Oh shit, that would kind of be really good.
So
Actually, shit, why didn't we think of that?
I name Willem as the champion, and before he kills you, Orion objects.
Damn, I wish you were at planning or something. You're always a smart one.
There's precedent for it. And she immediately kind of like dumps the name of a book that you've never heard of. Just right, we read it in school.
Is that one of the smut ones that I gave Eve?
No, it's a real thing. It happened. There was a trial by combat at the time that Lord Evernasty's Wilhelm spit on Lord.
Evernasty?
Yes, Lord Evernasty. Don't look
This
too
is one of
into
the
it.
smut lists.
Okay, yes, there might have been some smut in it, but it's not important right now. It's still a real story. They just amended some of the names. So there was a duel. It wasn't going well. Lord Evernasty's squire objected, which required a conversation to be had.
Okay. Okay. We can do that. We can do that. Willem's your
There's going to be
champion.
so many people there tomorrow. Her hand is going to like shoot out through the bars and grab yours.
Yeah, I'm just.
And she's just like, I know I've heard you like apologize 1,000 times, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry for when I was a kid, and I never cared about what you were doing with mom. I'm sorry for not listening to you when you said that she was horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't the sister that you needed.
I'm sorry I ruined your life.
You kind of did,
Yeah,
but
I
it
know.
got us here
In a dungeon.
with the hope of a better tomorrow.
Oh.
Sorry, I
Right?
just heard Willem in my head going.
Don't die. Even if we can bring you back, don't do it. I can't see
Oh,
that.
I would very much like to not die. Trust me. It's not fun.
Okay.
But it might happen, so just a heads up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I have good friends
Yes, you do.
who are also very, very powerful.
I love you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sit back.
I love you too. I love you too. And this is gonna turn out fine. And also, we're gonna kill mom. It's gonna be great. And
See,
if things get bad tomorrow, run and hide. I'll make sure Cena can help you hide.
see you tomorrow.
I'll just hang out here until Calyx comes back.
Calyx is far enough away, but is there. He's like kind of like he's got his head out the door watching the stairwell, but he's still in the dungeon with you. And he kind of frequently
I
looks
can just
over
take
and
it.
just like,
Shit, okay. I give her a hug through the bars.
See you tomorrow.
And we will head back.
All right.
And then I fill him in on the new Colette's idea. Okay, Willem's champion, but then before Willem kills me, I guess Ryan's gonna be like, I checked.
The precedent of Lord Evernaut.
Oh. Branwen is very clearly trying not to laugh.
He goes,
Sorry, inappropriate time.
your sister is clearly very well bred. Good.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm sorry, is his name Lord Evernut?
Evernaut.
Ever naughty.
Okay.
Sorry, no, sorry.
Evernut would be better. just saying.
Evernaut would have been better. But then it wouldn't have been a good nickname. Whatever. All right. Anybody doing anything else prior to taking a long rest?
I have a question for Chris.
I have an answer.
The potion of intelligence that I got, what does that grant me again?
Oh, yes. Hold on. +3 to your intelligence. It was a guaranteed +3 for 5 hours, 6 hours, a half day. And you had the option of choosing between one where you could have had up to +5, but you had to roll for it.
Right.
It was risky. You took the sure thing.
Very cool.
Okay, wait. I just need to make a list of all of the evidence that we have so that I don't forget all of it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll ask after your long rest, is anyone doing anything prior to going to the Coliseum tomorrow? Or do we want to take a short break to do our preparations and then return having jumped
We're gonna
to the
have
Coliseum?
fancy scramble for sure.
Yeah. Fancy scramble.
I should probably know at some point that I'm Colette's champion.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. I'll
yeah,
say that
I
we've
just
all
said that.
taken the benefits of a long rest, wake up the next morning and inform you of the evening's activities at um, the Dawn
Prison?
Guard barracks prison, and while Randy prepares a hero's feast.
Fancy scramble.
Which could you just read off the benefits for everyone, Randy, when Dunk returns?
Yeah.
He's trying to decide if he's gonna say that he's doing it, but not actually do it.
No, I'm deciding between whether I want to do that or save my 6th level spell for some true seeing shenanigans. Because part of that is that I just give whoever's judging it true sight, and then they go, "Oh, that's a hag." But I feel like we'll be fine without it. So maybe Hero's Feast is just the best way to do it.
I don't know, that's not a bad idea.
Wait, can we just list out all of the evidence so I can remember it's all on one page and I don't have to flip through all my notes?
Yeah, I'll say you guys have woken up the next morning. You're in the lower levels of the Adara Sanctum, and where the priests and priestess have set up a row of cots for you all. It's not the most like extravagant or wonderful space. It's really kind of just a nice refectory. The beds are all simple cots with nicer or above average goose down pillows that allow you a very comfortable night's rest in the sanctum. Calix did take Orion to the barracks under Cloak to re-armor him and equip him with his previous equipment.
Re-armor him.
Indeed.
Is he
So
gonna get a cool robot arm like I said?
at the moment, it is just the standard 5 of you.
Yeah. Okay. I am actually just gonna do Hero's Feast because if we somehow get into a tussle with good old Gwen today, I don't know. That'd be real good to have.
It would also get real sad if I got poisoned at any other point by the
Being old, yeah.
blood of bark, and then I have permadeath disease.
That's fair. That's
And then
something that
get
I guess I
killed.
can heal though. kind of whenever.
Well, I would just be. Well, it wouldn't help if I was poisoned and then
And
killed.
yeah, fair,
You can't really
fair.
heal that.
No, I
Okay.
can with Raised Dead. It also heals poison.
Okay, wait. So
Raised
evidence
Dead is
we
way
have.
better than I thought it was.
We have Gwen impersonating Amar to do stuff past the legislature and mess with the lavender parlor.
Has she been impersonating Amar?
Yes. Well, she's through written
Yes.
forging.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Forgery.
the signet rings.
Committing forgery.
Yes. And we have the signet rings and the letters to prove that from the lockbox I took from Gwen's safe. Then we have the coded messages between your mother and Gwen about wanting to kill Selfina Duke. And or I get rid of her. I believe it's the language, but I don't exactly remember. There is the journal from the sanctum underneath the palace that said that Gwen defiled a holy place and was in league with the beast. And then we have
Wait, slow down. What from the downstairs?
there was a
What was it?
journal on one of the charred bodies that we were able to read and take.
Saying Gwen defiled. Holy place. We'll say in league with a devil.
Sure. I mean, maybe we don't want to spoil the whole. There's a
Yeah,
fallen
it
god
seems
underneath
a
the
little
city that
bad.
people get sacrificed to. I mean, I think we should
Yeah.
let people know, but
She imprisoned and maimed.
what is Rena Little's job?
City.
City what?
City infrastructure,
Um,
architecture, and planning, effectively.
Okay. Did we ever find out how she got chained up?
She was
How?
pro-union. Or why? She was pro-union.
Did you find? I'm sorry. Was the question how or why?
Why?
I would say that you've talked to her enough, just to like she, as you saw her duplicate running the construction project on the surface, was getting close to uncovering the descent below.
Okay. And then, yeah, she tortured a esteemed member of the Lexi Conclave because he studied her like a bug in the past, and also then Orion Fireheart.
Yeah. I'm scared.
There's also, I mean, who knows what the gauge of reliability is, but there's also the whole zone of truth us thing, where we can spill the beans about how she and her sisters have been trying to supplant the power structure in the Feywilds for years and that she wants to rule it all.
I'll let you explain that one.
Yep.
Or I could. Sometimes I feel like you're better at words.
Oh, I'm not good at words. I just talk.
Damn.
I'm good at filling space. Hey, are we having this conversation in character or not?
I would hope so.
Which conversation?
The conversation about evidence.
Oh, I mean, we can.
Oh, well, we don't have to. It's just Branwen might have to kill her mom. Or, that could be a consequence of what
That's
happens.
literally
The
not a
best thing.
problem.
Okay. I was going to say good news. Oh, Evan, we were just going over evidence about what to say to prove that Gwen is in fact evil.
I needed to
Okay.
have it all in one page.
Too bad we didn't like bring back a piece of Big Willie or something. That's pretty evil.
I mean, a piece of Big Willie was a piece of could be anyone.
We have his
Think
evil
so.
tool. We have his evil tool belt.
Oh,
That's true.
what's in that?
we look
Wait,
through
I
it.
don't think we ever
Like
actually.
harpoons.
There are darts in it, specifically temporal darts, that when thrown, um, age the impacted creature should they fail the requisite Constitution saving throw by 3d10 years, um, and give them disadvantage on all ability and saving throws for the ensuing turn.
I I guess I'm just kind of like remembering that I had this tool belt.
You have
I
4 of
looked through
those
it.
darts.
Does anyone want these? For whatever reason?
Cena could have fun with them.
Yeah.
Sure, I do like to throw things.
You like to throw things and you love making people feel old.
I have been known to do that.
Yeah, give him the scene.
Cena's new assassin code name is the beach that makes you old. She's the bitch that makes you old.
She's the what? Oh,
She's
the
the bitch
bitch.
instead of the beach.
That's
She's the
funny.
bitch.
The bitch that makes you old. Good.
I'm for
Steph,
scramble.
do you want to talk about how we're gonna do this fight?
Yeah, I lose.
Be in character. Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in
So,
character.
like, are you gonna hold back? Should I hold back? Should I not hold back? What's the deal?
I mean, you don't have to hold back. I probably could be trying my hardest and still lose. So
I don't know. You can do that silvery barbs thing. That's pretty good.
only so many times though, and I keep using it incorrectly anyway.
I'm gonna try not to use any magic on you.
Oh yeah, no,
Because
they don't like that anyway.
okay, I, you know,
You
would
can
like
make it
to
a little
save that for.
showy, make sure you get people's attention.
Oh yeah, I can remember I could do that like flippy thing with my sword and everything. It was more impressive when it was on fire, but
Am I gonna get super cursed if I get killed by that sword?
no, no.
Insight check. It's fine, probably. 13?
He has no idea, and you can clearly tell.
Fuck. Probably fine.
I'm gonna in my mind be like, hey, people who get killed by you don't get super cursed, right?
No. Their soul is cleaved from body, and
Oh,
it passes to the beyond.
is that what normally happens when somebody dies?
Souls that are cleaved from the body are difficult to find.
Hey, I shouldn't kill you.
Okay, well, I mean, that's
Can you
if
kill
our
her
plan
using
goes
a
well,
different
you won't have
sword?
to.
See, the thing is, Randy, I sort of made a promise that like this is my sword now, and I don't think I could like really
Okay, so then
easily
don't kill
swap
me.
that
Alright.
out.
Well,
You want to use my
okay.
hammer instead of a sword?
See, the thing is, I don't think I can like use another weapon and have him be happy about it.
Okay, then just knock me out or something. Non-lethal
Yeah,
damage it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not gonna kill you. That was never the plan.
I'm compartmentalizing a lot right now, so you better make this worth it.
It's gonna be worth it when we save your sister and, put Gwen and your bitch mom on trial.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Is the plan to kill Branwen and then I bring her back X amount of days later? Is that still the plan?
Oh, that's worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario is I kill Branwen.
Okay. I feel
So,
as
like,
though
me and Branwen gonna be fighting. It's gonna be intense. And then Orion gonna stand up from the crowd and be like, I object. This trial is bullshit because Gwen, you're bullshit. And then we're like, yeah, she is.
Yeah. And then
then-
Dunk can present the physical evidence like a little flower boy.
I do not mean
Yeah.
to be a buzzkill about your sick sword, dude, but
Sounds like
the
you're
whole
about to be a
soul
buzz
thing
kid.
is going to be really difficult for the spell that I want to use that needs her soul around.
You don't know any of that.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I guess I don't.
Oh.
All right, sounds good to me, dude.
Oh, and Cena, you're on protect Colette duty.
I mean, you could tell when Branwen is like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get super cursed if I, die or anything." I'm like, "No," and then my face like drops, and I get a look of concern after I have a telepathic conversation with my sword.
Branwen, as you turn to Cena, you can very clearly see her kind of like white knuckling her sides. And as you kind of give her the request, she just goes, right, look after Colette. And who
In her
will be
head,
looking?
she just
yeah.
hears, "It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine."
Who's looking after you in this situation?
I mean, technically Willem, I guess. That's the wrong answer. Everyone's gonna be around.
Okay. If you
We can have
think this
Randy
is-
keeping an eye on Gwen, just make sure that there's no magic nonsense going on.
If you think this is the best,
Dunk
way,
on
this is the
standby
best.
to be Dunk.
If you think this is the
This
best,
is
way,
all overall, this is a terrible idea, but we don't really have a. I don't know. This might be the best one.
This feels like the most well thought out plan we've had so far.
all right. Are any of you doing anything else prior to this evening's events?
I will quickly read out the Heroes Feast benefits that I do. Bring forth a magical feast of scramble for the crew for the next 24 hours. Everyone has you're all cured of diseases and poison if you had any, and you become immune to poison and to being frightened.
Oh,
All wisdom throws you get advantage on, and your hit point maximum increases by 2d10. So everyone roll your
Thanks,
2d10.
Brandy.
You said 2D. 9. Takes.
Ooh,
I got 19.
Cena got a cool 19.
Yeah.
I got
Really?
12.
13.
Above
I'm now at
average.
a sultry 91.
I'm kind of
Sultry.
bummed though because Cena has a great hit point of 69.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
Now she has 88.
Lame.
Dumb.
I have 187.
That's crazy.
See?
That is literally double the amount that I have.
Remember when you raised my Constitution score to 20?
Yeah. But you
It was my
cannot.
super cursed sword that did it.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
I like it.
As the day progresses, so
He's
much-
making a face right now. He's making a face right now.
as much as I hate
This isn't what he planned.
to do it, I didn't.
No,
I didn't factor in
no.
this particular number until I looked at my counter when Randy said he studied the scroll. Technically speaking, you have a full day to study the scroll prior to
You didn't have
uh,
to say that.
the
You didn't have to say
Coliseum.
that.
I just
You did this to yourself. I feel
So I will afford you the chance to. You can choose to handle things now, or we can wait until after. As I did tell you previously, that if you want to send me your question first, I will let you know if there's a reasonable answer for it.
I've got the question.
Okay, why don't you send it to me, and when we take a break in a little bit, I'll decide if it's something you should do tonight or we'll wait until next session. I should want you to
Okay.
know that I wasn't going out of my way to be like, well, you skipped your study.
No.
Okay.
I kind of assumed that we were gonna do this first,
Okay.
but
All right.
yeah.
I don't even know what the question is.
After some time, you all kind of spend the day kind of anxiously pacing about the sanctum. Um, you're kind of left to your own devices in the lower recesses of the sanctuary. You're left to kind of pace back and forth, rock on the balls of your feet, and really just kind of wait in uncomfortable silence as you kind of consider the day's events to come. Inevitably, given where you are in the city, you do hear it from farther to the north, kind of the echo of trumpet fanfare, like, and indicating that there is some level of activity kind of gathering at the Coliseum. It is about the late afternoon, knowing that it is time to handle the trial by combat. You've also kind of heard criers going down the street over the course of the day, indicating the upcoming events. Um, and it is now free for you to walk towards the Coliseum and get yourself situated.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. I'm just holding on tight to Cena as we're walking.
Okay.
So why don't we, real quick, just go over everybody's like role and like timing maybe of what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, real quick, I could be helpful. Even though we just did that, I would benefit from it.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all are gonna
Um,
do your trial by combat, right?
just a bit, just a
And
little
y'all
bit
gonna
of it.
y'all gonna be like, fighting,
Ow,
whatever.
ow, ow. And
Um,
then Ryan Fireheart's gonna be like, mm-mm, I object. And then it's time to announce Gwen as a huge bitch.
and so that's when I come in with physical.
You will have it ready for the study of the actual usual lavender parlor, should they need physical proof.
Okay.
Are is the plan to conduct the trial within the original trial? Or are
Yeah,
we
it's kind of like we're kind of interrupting the trial by combat with a surprise, Gwen. Everyone's gonna know you're evil.
okay? And so if she tries to fight us, we like just fight her back and we do
Mhm.
the thing. Yep. I didn't listen. I didn't know if we were gonna run or if she's gonna run.
Well, we don't know what she's gonna do, but I'm assuming it's gonna be violent.
And I'll
Yes.
keep an eye on Gwen.
Yeah, so Randy's gonna be keeping an eye on Gwen.
Yeah.
Dunk is gonna be keeping an eye on Lavender Parlor.
Uh-huh.
Calix
So
is gonna be making sure that things are going smoothly. Ryan's gonna be objecting. Cena will be keeping an eye on Colette. You will be beating the shit out of me.
a little bit. Um if this goes poorly and the lavender parlor can't be swayed, Randy, can you just like zap us out of there?
No.
Okay.
because I gave us all a big scramble. We'll have to get out of there the old-fashioned way.
Well,
Running.
did you take your Colombian marching powder from the pit?
Yeah, I did, because that's
Oh.
how we got up from
Oh,
there.
you can have mine.
You can have mine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, I don't need it.
All right, take your small Ziploc bag of scramble. Wait, I guess I could take both of them, but
You can have mine.
okay, I'll take.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll take
Oh, I
yours.
thought it was magic cocaine, not
Yeah,
scramble.
I thought it was magic cocaine.
Well,
but I think we also said it was
sprinkled
scramble.
on scramble.
It's
Yeah.
sprinkled on
Okay.
top of scramble.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I can get us out of there real quick if we need to.
All right. And all good? Anyone else need to cover anything?
I think so. So I'm just gonna when Fireheart dude objects, I'm just gonna be like,
His hype man.
stop.
Yeah, his hype man.
Yeah.
I don't like what's going on here.
Boo.
What?
Let's
You're
put
doing
it
exactly.
down.
It's
Is
like
that-
it's like one of those weird like presenters that like are like, yeah, drugs bad. There's a really good dropout sketch about it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we HOTDOGO?
Oh, I think we are hot to go.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
Hit and
all
ride.
right.
You can take me
As
hot to go.
you all approach the Seoul Coliseum, the air electric, and the hair on your arms elevates and raises. The hair on your neck is like fizzing with excitement. You can see this just kind of magnificent structure. You've passed by it now a number of times on your treks through the city, but you're taking it in with kind of a new, silent mix of admiration and fear. Your heart's kind of clutched in your throat as you approach. Golden banners flutter from each spire that kind of surrounds the Coliseum, emblazoned with the crests of the summer court. And you can already hear this kind of distant roar of people gathered within the bowl of the Coliseum, clearly in some of the early kind of ceremonial fights that are occurring as you approach. The grand archway, which is flanked by towering statues of champions in not the usual champions TN, but just like kind of fighters in their various poses, holding swords and rapiers to the sky, and you can kind of hear the thoroughfare, which is the marketplace that kind of sits outside of the Seoul Coliseum. Vendors hawking their wares as you approach, and kind of each one trying to grab you and like holding up different color shirts, none of which bear the blue and gold that Branwen is sporting upon her armor, but rather the traditional kind of greens and gold and scarlets of the summer court. As you pass under the archway, you can all kind of notice a fair number of Dawn Guard flanking both the long hallways of the ticket queues. The tickets are quickly dispersed and collected by various tenants as
How
you
much are
pass
tickets?
through. Tickets are a mere 2 gold to get in. For the
How many people are scalping though?
There are a lot of people scalping tickets at various prices on the outside, but none are getting too excessive. You get the sense that like the trial by combat for treason carries a bit of a different weight than the ones that you are used to. As you enter, though, one of the Dawn Guard immediately kind of stands in front of you. Branwen Foxbriar, Willem,
Hagsbane.
Hagsbane, you are due to your separate quarters immediately. And he kind of gestures to two doorways, one on the left and one on the right. And he kind of like gestures Willem, kind of putting a hand on your shoulder to the right, expecting Branwen to know where to go.
I do.
I'm gonna hug Branwen before I leave.
Uh,
The rest of you
I
can
hug
make a
him
perception
back.
check as they do so.
8.
18.
Randy, you hear a few champions intermingling, and whispers among some of the fans that are about, some with questioning
then-
tones.
And then I will, after Willem is led away, I will give Cena just a very long kiss.
As the kiss breaks, she'll kind of like clasp onto your arms, and she goes, you think that this is all going to work out, and you have everything figured out. You are the person that made. No, I'll see you on the other side.
I just kiss her again.
Um, as you break a second time, and you kind of turn around, you give one last look over your shoulder and make a perception check.
Oh, I'm so scared. 19.
While very few members of the crowd can, your eagle eye sees Cena kind of whip up her hood and skulk down the corridor that Willem was just led down, clearly delivering on the ask that you requested. Randy,
Okay.
Dunk, and Dunk, the two of you have nowhere to go but into the stands. As you step out into the kind of pathway that rings around the bowl of the Coliseum, you're kind of immediately struck by how vast the space is. It's a large circular expanse. The sand kind of shimmers in the fading sunlight of the day, and there is indeed a kind of a jovial bout happening where there are a handful of different swordsmen in the pit at the moment, kind of clattering blades. And you can, by your best guess, they are showmen. Like they are kind of clattering their blades in such a way that sparks fly and kind of illuminate in different colors. Like this is clearly more of a spectacle than a duel. To much oohs and ahs from the pretty packed crowd that has gathered within the Coliseum. Um, Above, there's kind of an intricate network of netting that seems to keep any activities in the Coliseum from getting out, like fireworks kind of erupt in the sky of the Coliseum itself rather than passing out into the sky beyond. Um, all in all, the energy is quite palpable, and you can go ahead and make a perception check if you'd like.
17.
18.
The two of you kind of scanning the Coliseum, you find open seats to your left. Just across the way, you can see what is very clearly kind of like the nobility box, so to speak. There's a large section of the crowd centered where they are not wearing the traditional garb and attire of commoners, but rather there are all manner of like well-dressed, resplendent individuals, pompadours, and well manicured hair, and then at the center, in kind of a closed off um, dais, sit the Lady Guinevere Lightly, the Lady Annalise Flint, and a number of other kind of high members of the Lavender Parlor that you recognize.
Uh, Dunk, I'm going to kind of scooch my way over to the opposite side, over as close to Gwen as I can be.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I will probably, let's see. I can get pretty much anywhere I need to go with my good old Heather staff, so I'm going to maybe uh we'll fan out. I feel like
Sounds
we'll probably draw more suspicion if we're together.
sounds good, man. Good luck, and uh, having seen the Willem and Branwen interaction, I go, and I love you, and I hug him
Aww.
awkwardly.
But like up here because you're so big. Love you too, big guy.
Oh, that's
Your
nice.
freakishly
Okay.
long arms can reach no problem.
Wrap around twice. It's weird. It's bad to look at.
All right. Good luck, man. And I start heading my way towards the Gwen side of the arena.
All right. I will say that each of you. So, are you basically going to like one of you on each side of the Gwen side of the arena?
Uh, yeah.
Okay. I'll say it takes you a fair amount of time, just to kind of push through the large crowd that has accumulated, and actually finding seats in those sections is a bit harder. What you do notice as you walk around is there's a ring of Dawn Guard kind of stationed in the lowest possible seating bowl, kind of guarding the actual like sands of the fighting pit, to prevent any like would be people who would storm the field, as it were. Um,
Mm.
Below the Coliseum, Branwen, as you walk down the corridor, narrow and quiet, just like you remember, you feel that same kind of like tension in your throat that you're all too familiar with at this point. But the last time you were here was a very different story. Uh, and this is not a place where you've been in some time. And as you're kind of like holding on to that thought and trying to force that out of your mind, you hear a voice, um, all too familiar and unfortunately very endearing. As I live and breathe, Branwen Foxbriar, I got 20 to 1 odds on you to blow this fight. And they're going to kind of like come around and like grab you in a big bear hug and like shake you. And you're immediately kind of like struck
They're just like,
by, as your friend Paxton kind of finally tackles you to the ground and goes, Eve told me you're back in town, and I gotta find out from the fucking billing posters that you're fighting again. Not only are you fighting, you're fighting for your sister to die. How are you
I just
doing,
start
girl?
crying. I just start crying.
No, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, that was my bad. I shouldn't have, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
It's really good to see you.
It's so good to see you, doll. Oh my god, he's just gonna like kind of squeeze your cheeks, and he just goes, I thought my light joking would lighten the mood a little bit, but
It did.
I'm sorry you're dealing with this, hon. If anyone can come out the other side, I know it's you.
Yeah, we
So
should hang out. We should like.
I got
You
someone that
should
wants
meet
to see
everybody
you.
if at the end of this.
I got somebody that wants to see you. Apparently, they were thinking all night of advice that they wanted to give you, and he kind of turns and goes, "Branwen, it's me, Bartleby." And Bartleby, your nemesis, will round the corner. His hair kind of like clearly greased back as far as he can do it. But from the last time that you've seen him, he's unfortunately developed quite a receding hairline. Um, and he's not like he's
I just
trying to
start
like
crying again.
cover it up. He goes, oh God, I'm so sorry. Paxton, he was supposed to make her feel better. He goes, I tried.
It wasn't.
Listen,
I mean, it was inevitable. It's fine.
Branwen, you gotta remember. I don't know anything about this guy that you're fighting. From what I hear, he's a material planer. But don't forget, you leave your left side open. So always dodge left so that you can limit the exposure.
I have a really weird question to ask you guys.
Of course, anything, doll. Of course, we got anything you need.
Um,
Except 5 to 1 odds. I said that you really weren't cut out for it. But again, if you're willing to pay a higher
no,
premium on the bet, I could maybe get the odds lower.
no. If I die, make sure that my body gets to
Oh
that really,
God!
really tall, skinny guy with like pale skin and like a weird hoodie.
Pale skin,
Just make
weird
sure that
hoodie.
happens.
Okay,
And
dear,
he'll
whatever
be
you
like,
say.
"Hi, I'm Randy."
Randy. Got it. Got it. Okay. Are you okay, dear?
Oh, I'm really scared. This is fine.
Both Paxton and Bartleby will kind of like place a hand on both of your shoulders. And whatever the outcome, we wanted to be here for you. We missed you, B. Hasn't been the same without you.
At the end of all of this, you're just gonna have to come meet everybody.
Whatever you say, dear. Whatever you say.
Okay, now you guys need to stop trying to cheer me up because it's just gonna make me cry more, and I need to
Bartleby will kind of pull out his sword.
get it together.
Do you need to practice? Or you want time alone?
Just give me a second alone.
Whatever you need. We'll kind of sheath it. And then, like, give you a true, like, he kind of looks at you for a while. He goes, you know you can do this. And then he'll walk away. Willem, on the other side of the stadium, you kind of find yourself led down by the Dawn Guard until you reach a small vestibule kind of down a slope from where you can see the light beaming in from the arena exterior. There are 3 Dawn Guard surrounding Colette, whose hands are shackled in front of her and by her side, or rather by her, like the front of her, they're from her. And I don't know why that was so weird, hard for me to say. As you come around the corner, you can see her, and she actually kind of gives you like a very warm smile. Like, you're here.
Wait, no, I'm against this.
And then immediately, like the light just kind of fades, and she goes, and she starts crying.
Yeah, I'll extend a hand to put on her
Do
shoulder
not
in a
touch the
comforting way.
prisoner.
Oh, my apologies. I just thought since I was her champion and all, I could
That
give
was
her a bit
the
of
Dawn
comfort.
Guard who escorted you. The 3 around her will go, Philip, please, and he'll kind of step away and make an
I'll shoot
insight
him a
check.
nasty look and be like, "Yeah, Philip."
Make an insight check.
19.
The individual who pushes Philip away kind of like gives you a knowing look as he kind of like pushes Philip aside and begins to escort him back towards the entrance. You can also make a perception check if you'd like.
17.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for him.
Okay. I'll just look at Colette and go, "So, it's the big day.
Big day.
Everything's gonna be okay."
I want you to win, but don't like. Oh, don't. But don't win by a lot. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, my pleasure. I didn't have to. I wish the circumstances were entirely different, as a matter of fact. But, it's gonna be okay. Hey, just 1 second, and I'll turn and yank a molar out of my mouth. Um, I want you to have this.
Oh, God. Um, okay.
You you know what that is besides just, like, my tooth, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
The
okay, I didn't know
worst
if we had done this before or
subterfuge
not.
person. And she'll like take
Yeah,
the tooth from your hand and hold it in her shackled hands.
yeah. Like, anything happens, yep, it's
At
gonna be okay.
that moment, you and Branwen, though it is much louder to Dunk and Randy, hear a tremendous fanfare and the subtle yank of chains as the gates at the far end of the slope spaces that take you up towards the pit of the Coliseum rise. And the 3 guardsmen around. Yes, Randy?
Before we get into this, I would like to say that I cast clairvoyance, which is the one that lets me see or hear anything within like a radius. And I'm going to cast it and just kind of send it over to Gwen. And I'm going to make it not the seeing one, but the hearing one. So I can just kind of hear whatever she's saying if she says anything to Annalise.
Okay. Basically, as the fanfare occurs and you hold the spell and immediately send it her way, you can immediately hear Gwen turn to Lady Annalise and whisper. She goes, well, one way or another, it all happens today. as the chains rise and you can see Branwen, you know to walk through, whereas the guards, Willem, turn to you and say, "It's time. Farewell."
Yep. I will give one last longing look at Colette and be like,
Yeah.
"It's gonna be okay.
Colette just goes,
It's okay. It's not longing.
"No,
It's
it's
comforting.
it's more like she's crying because it's happening, not because of what you're doing."
Yeah. She's crying
Because it's
she's crying because it's happening. Because I
Yeah.
looked at her. Yeah, I get it.
Not that. The
Don't
greater
smile.
scope
It's
of
not over.
things.
Cry because it's happening.
You all walk out, and Willem, you're immediately kind of like see the full scale of the arena, and you look up and can see to your right. Make a perception check. It's very easy to see Gwen, but I'll have you make a perception check to identify where Randy and Dunk are.
10.
Very easy to see Gwen. She very clearly is staring at you as you exit with a soft smile upon her lips. You cannot, amongst the waving crowd and the roaring crowd that deafens your ears, identify Dunk or Randy. You also don't notice or see Calyx or Orion in the crowd. Branwen, you may make a perception check as you exit.
That is a 16.
You can see on either side of the nobility, Randy, wow, again, Randy to your left. Both of them are to your left. But Randy is closest to you, and Dunk is on the far side of the nobility. But in the nobility, you do not see Calyx or Orion Fireheart. As you step out onto the pit, Gwen will rise and kind of like touch a hand to her throat. So this all sounds a lot louder in your mind, Randy, as she basically casts some kind of spell that amplifies her voice across the Coliseum.
Thaumaturgy. That's literally what it is.
It is, yes. And enunciating, "Citizens of Hyla, esteemed members of the Lavender Parlor, we gather here today to judge and understand the conviction of we, the Summer Court, against those who would do her harm and treason. Colette Foxbriar stands accused of violating her oath of the Dawn Guard, of committing crimes against the Lavender Parlor, and conduct unbecoming of someone who swears an oath to defend it against evil. Let it be known that the bloodshed upon these sands today will spell justice. For the fighters, Branwen Foxbriar and Willem, the gods look upon you to deliver justice. And she will look longingly upon you, Willem,
Ew.
lingering on the term of justice.
I'm crying because it's happening.
Yep.
Can I step forward to say something?
I would also like to say something, but Branwen can go first.
You can step forward and
I'm just
attempt
gonna
to say
raise,
something.
step forward and raise my hand.
Excuse me, Miss Teacher.
Excuse me, Miss Teacher.
You have something to say on behalf of the Summer Court, our champion. Is that so?
I have something to say on behalf of myself.
The crowd kind of murmurs. And you can see without. Well, it's difficult because you're far away. Make an insight check.
Where'd my dice go? I'm losing everything. What kind of check?
Insight.
30-20.
You can see Gwen bristle a bit. Go forth and make your statement. Such is your right.
I'm here against my will.
There's
I did not declare myself champion. And I did not consent to being the champion of the summer court.
And like all good stewards of the summer court, you answered the call.
I
Well
answered the
done.
call because Lady Gwen.
She will hold up a hand, and you feel yourself unable to speak further. Let justice be made. Begin. And she seats herself. And I will have Branwen and Willem roll initiative.
15.
Fight for real.
Branwen.
23.
Okay. Branwen, first action is to you.
I actually will basically just use my movement to sidestep around to the complete opposite side of Willem. Very showily, and then I'm gonna hold my action and be ready for him to attack.
So you're holding an action for when he
But
attacks
I
you.
would actually no, I will do a defensive flourish. So I will attack him actually.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I'm putting on a show though. Oh my god. That's so terrible. Oh, so the first one it misses, but it just pings off his armor.
Yes. You're rapier.
And then the second one will definitely, it makes a real good noise.
Indeed.
And the second one is going to be a 24.
Yep, you hit me.
Okay. So that is going to do. Can I purposefully not do a lot of damage?
No. You have to roll your standard damage.
Lame.
You can purposely not hit,
Um,
but you have to roll the damage.
I
when you
need to
hit.
put on a little bit of a show.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 14 damage. I rolled low anyway. You're welcome. Actually, no, that's gonna be slightly more damage. 21 damage. And also I have 7 added to my AC
Jesus. Okay.
with a defensive flourish.
Got it. Okay. So Branwen crosses the sandy pit, the fighting pit, kind of kicking it up at a bench. Willem, you're kind of blindsided as one swing clangs against your armor, but she manages to definitely move to the left and kind of get in between the spot between right around your hip, kind of pulls the blade through, and then steadies herself to parry any attacks that you might make on your turn, which it is now.
Sorry.
As she does so, you hear an uproarious round of applause for Branwen. Like the crowd cheers in support of Branwen, and thus in support of the death of Colette.
No.
Okay. What do I
Do
want to
it.
do? What a question. That's 7 to your AC. Is that permanent or just until next turn?
Just for the round. Just for the round.
Okay.
So my AC is currently 23,
Whoa.
which I'm pretty sure you can beat.
It won't be
It's a good
super
hit.
easy, but yeah, we'll see. I will roll to hit. I got a nat 20.
Incredible. So good. So good.
I'm not I don't know if you can see, but it's right there.
You just broke your camera.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
Look at the key. I do a really cool move, and then you just pummel the shit out of me.
Sorry, I was trying to show you. Yeah, it's a nat 20.
Okay, so you deal your
Do it.
maximum damage and then roll.
Okay, do I deal maximum damage just on the slashing or
The
also
weapon
on the
attack.
other stuff? Okay, so that's 17 slashing damage and
You roll the
16
riders
necrotic.
twice, just so you know.
Roll the riders twice.
Yeah, so like the base damage of the weapon, you deal the maximum.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I should.
You do that and then you stack it on
10
top.
plus 5, 15. So that's 32 slashing damage.
Okay.
That would be. Hold on, need to find a D8. Where's me D8? Oh, there it is.
This is gonna be half my health in one hit.
24 necrotic damage.
This is over half my health.
And then
Go ahead.
there's also the radiant damage.
Chris's face right there was like, real.
12 radiant damage.
6, so 32 plus 24 plus 12. Fucking incredible.
Okay. So
I have a
as-
second
well,
attack for my action.
Yep.
Willem
hold on.
one-shots her immediately.
As the sword swings
That's
down
so funny.
upon your companion, Willem,
That's so
the voice
funny.
rings out in your mind. What are you doing? She is a companion. She is just. She does not deserve your bloodshed. And you
That is a
find
twist I was not seeing.
that while this every other like your radiant and slashing damage do occur, the blade kind of stalls in your hand as you bring it down into her shoulder, and the blade catches on your shoulder, and as he pulls it down, the necrotic energy kind of ricochets into the air, and you do not take the necrotic damage.
So how much damage am I taking?
Just add 24 back.
Okay.
In my mind, I'm like, listen, buddy, it's all part of the plan. I'm not really gonna hurt her.
Pain should
And then
only
I'm
be
gonna try to
inflicted on those who deserve it. And now you have a -5 modifier, so you subtract 5 from whatever your to hit bonus is.
Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to hit her.
This
Sorry.
fucking sword, man.
No, I wait.
Just had to get the sword.
That means you effectively have a plus 12 to your AC.
Yeah, this happens until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Were you gonna say something to Willem?
Can I tell that he pulled the punch?
You don't sense that he did.
It feels like it
You
hurt.
sense that if
He nearly
anything,
cut my arm off.
he is not in full control of his actions.
Good, Anakin. Good.
Do you look really bad?
You gotta
half?
make your action.
I'm a
Oh,
bit
yeah.
blurry.
I'm gonna do a half-hearted swing at you, really not trying to hit you.
Okay. You can attempt to roll with disadvantage, and I will have you make a performance check.
I'm trying to make it look good.
So you have to make a performance check to do so.
Okay. Do I do that before I roll with disadvantage?
No, you're choosing to roll, like, pull your punches. So first roll your disadvantage.
Yeah, I got a 14 to hit.
Okay.
Oh, but
Now,
-5 is a 9.
now, so no, it's just, so like whatever your plus to hit is, just take 5 off of that. Not a -5,
Yeah.
whatever you roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then make a performance check.
The performance check is a 14.
Okay.
And to hit it would have been a 9.
Okay. The crowd boos you, but you get the sense it's because you did so much damage in the first attack. Like, basically, like, you wrench the blade into Branwen's shoulder and yank down, and there's a resounding whoa, no, from the crowd. And, like, hearing that, you kind of, like, take advantage and attempt to, like just really, like, make a meal out of your second swing, but attempting not to hit her. And the crowd buys it hook, line, and sinker and just goes, yeah, yeah! And continues the fight. It is now Branwen's turn, unless you're doing anything else with your turn. Are you
Then
doing
no.
anything else with your turn?
Oh, you're asking me? No.
Yes. Okay. Branwen, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna hiss at Will and just hit me. First one's a natty one, baby.
Oh man.
And the second one is a sultry ping off the armor, a 17.
Okay. Doing anything else with your turn?
I'm just gonna do my fancy footwork ability and do a little 5-foot, tricksy looking 5-foot step back. You
Oh, I should
cannot take a attack of opportunity against that though, because it's
Okay, I
fancy
should
footwork.
also mention that since I hit you with a critical hit on a slashing attack, first of all, when I hit you on a slashing attack, your speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. Didn't matter. But a critical hit, you are grievously wounded, and until the start of my next turn, you have disadvantage on. Oh, you have disadvantage.
Didn't
on
matter, man.
Didn't matter.
So
Okay.
as Branwen's like swings once, like she manages, she just completely whiffs on the attack, and kind of her sword lands in the sand, kicking up a bunch into her eyes, to which gathers a kind of like a collective gas from the ground. And as you like immediately kind of blindly swing back up, pinging off the armor, you can almost sense some of the momentum in the crowd turning, where someone cries out, "Come on, hit him!" And it is now Willem's turn.
If I'm close enough to Branwen, I'll be like, did I not get you bad enough the first time? And then a 1, but not a natty 1.
This is the worst duel ever.
I almost killed you!
Oh, it got better.
It's another nat 20. I'm not fucking with you.
Incredible.
I don't want to do this!
Do it.
Your soul will die!
You
You
hit.
don't. You need to get enough damage first.
Okay. Well, if it's max, so it's not max or the necrotic just doesn't happen.
The necrotic does not affect it. It is no longer
Okay.
sort of
Roll low, home skillet.
So that's 7 or nope, I gotta roll again. That's 36 slashing damage
I'm okay.
and 15 radiant damage.
I'm less okay.
Okay.
Well, I missed on the first hit, so
You hear the voice in your mind once more, Willem. What are you doing? I will wrench this blade clean from your hands if you fell an innocent.
did you
Branwen.
not hear me before, buddy?
Branwen, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm at like 2. I will just get onto one knee, spit some blood, and send a message to Halix. Hey girl, hey. Where are you?
You hear a frantic voice in your mind. Something popped up. We're nearly there.
I look up at Willem. We need to stall.
I nod solemnly.
That is my turn, I think.
Are you going to use any of your movement, or you used an action to send a message?
I'm just gonna hang out on one knee because I'm at 2 hit points, baby.
Okay. The nobility of the Lavender Parlor kind of rise the crowd in a collective boo as you fall to one knee. Um, Randy, Dunk, you're kind of uncertain of whether it's like Branwen's failing and they're unhappy about that, or Willem's succeeding and they're unhappy about that. Um, but just as like kind of the collective cries are like ringing out through the crowd, it is Willem's turn.
I am going to put my sword at my side, and then I will make it look like I am trying to like basically strangle Branwen, but really I'm gonna lay on hands and heal you.
Okay. So make a performance check. So you
I also
sheath your
have
sword.
some. Yes, I have
Okay.
sheathed my sword.
Okay.
The performance is a 10,
Okay.
and I am going to yell out, I am Willem Hagsbane, and justice will be done. And then I'm gonna make it look like I'm strangling her,
Oh,
and
you
I'm
can
gonna
roll with
lay on
advantage
hands.
for that.
Okay. Can I just do a new roll, please?
No, you're rolling twice and taking the highest number.
Okay. Well, the second one was a 1, so 10 it's
Okay.
gonna be.
Okay.
And I will make it look like I've like got her neck in the crook of my arm, and I will just touch you and heal you up for 55 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. As you do so, you hear like gasps from the crowd, like collectively. Randy and Dunk, you two can make uh, insight checks.
7.
Still 12.
So Dunk, you get the sense that Willem is strangling Branwen, and attempting to kill her. Oops. Hold on, my
Duke is
Discord's
just
popping.
like
Y'all can
with the
still hear me,
popcorn.
right?
Oh man.
Um, so you get the sense that Branwen is being strangled by Willem. Um, Randy, you can see just based on your affinity for healing magic what's going on, but you also get the sense that like the crowd is really buying into it. What you do also hear is Gwen say to Lady Annalise, just as I suspected, a mockery. I'll handle this. And she goes to stand as just as she's about to speak. Uh,
Oh shit!
the the gates to the Coliseum rise once again, and clearly, like Branwen, what you immediately recognize as the master of ceremonies' voice, the which has not been heard up until this point by like any of you. It kind of cracks from all rise for King Amar, first of his name, His Grace of the Verdant Throne, Lord of the Dawn that never ends, and King of the Summer Court. And as you all look to the entrance of the stadium, he strides forward, presence radiating the power of the sun itself, golden hair shimmering like the sunlight in his regal garments that he had adorned for the first time in many, many years. The crowd falls silent for a moment, but then thunderous applause. Randy, you hear, it's not I. No, no, no! As Amar calls out, I object. Any of you gonna do anything?
I'm just gonna face up out of Willem's arms and just scramble away, so I'm just yeah.
I am going to take my sword out of its sheath and point it up towards Gwen.
What? What is the meaning of this? Your Grace! Phenomenal to see you here. To see justice be done. Justice! I return to reclaim what is mine and do justice to those who would steal it. The traitor has worn a crown she does not earn. The Lady Guinevere lightly. My own crime long ago, having her burned at the stake. But she has deceived us all, and I have failed each and every one of you. As he kind of looks around the stadium. She has perpetuated a long charade, seeking a revenge for a crime that I committed. And you all have paid the price. I seek justice and your forgiveness. And from behind him, Orion Fireheart and Calyx will enter in to the stadium pool. Lies! The king's mind has been poisoned against us. I have protected all of you, each of you, in his absence, for burdens that are heavy upon a head that wears such a crown. Everything I have done is for the good of all of you. All of you.
I'm just gonna mutter up to Amar. Our friend Dunk up there has physical evidence if you want him to present it.
He will like flick out his hand and conjure a platform for Dunk to stand upon. He goes, all of you need not take only the word of your king. Take it the word of those who have seen her misdeeds firsthand.
So I'll walk up there and I will hand all the contents to Amar and just gonna Amar, you could not have come at a better time. Hopefully this will prove to the rest of the summer court just how horrible things have truly been right under their nose.
Go ahead. And he kind of gestures for you to present.
So we've got so everything
He's holding
that
it up like this.
yeah.
I can tap in if you want, bud.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Amar will kind of
And
pass the platform over to you, Branwen.
I'll just have Dunk hand me things. These papers are letters between my mother, Annalise Flint, and Lady Gwen
This is
conspiring
absurd.
against the Lavender Parlor.
Do you truly
This is a
think
pretty good one in which Lady Gwen does admit to forging Amar's signature on documents for a long time.
Rumors and hearsay. We should be wary of those who seek to divide us, especially those who are former traitors.
This is also a good one. It's a journal. It's a journal that will detail how Gwen defiled a holy place as well.
I know of no such thing. No, the Lady Annalise will share. I have devoted nothing but my life to this court, unlike those who would disrupt it with baseless accusations and fleeing, leaving you all so vulnerable, leaving you all to wither and die, had it not been for the work of myself and the Lady Annalise. Wild accusations.
Perhaps the Sword of the Morning would like to chime in with his own experience and wild accusations.
At this point, Gwen kind of first notices Orion. You can kind of see the finery start to fall as Orion steps forward. And goes, "It's true. You all know me. The Lady Guinevere lightly kidnapped me when I threatened to speak out against who she really is. And she took my right arm as punishment. Alongside a member of the Lexi Conclave and Rena Little, we toiled beneath the ground in a lair of her making." At this point, the crowd is like, you can very clearly tell that the commoners are like weeping for the return of Amar and like the state that Orion has found himself in. But the Lavender Parlor still kind of like looks around anxiously. They look to Gwen for her next move. They kind of like they're looking for someone to indicate what they should be doing.
Chris, would you say that I'm within 30 feet of Gwen?
I can tell you with absolute certainty
Oh no, there
that you are.
is
Oh,
an owl.
no.
Am I back now?
Wait, what?
Chris, if you said
Yes.
something, we didn't get it.
But I'm back now.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You are within 30 feet.
Actually, am I within 20 feet?
You are not.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to Misty Step up to her, and I am going to grapple her.
Oh, make a contested strength check.
Well,
She unfortunately rolled a nat 20. So as you
Silvery barbs.
she rolled a 2.
Yeah.
As you kind of immediately charge in and wrap your arms around her, a number of the Dawn Guard around her kind of draw their blades, but look to Amar and look to Calyx, and Calyx shakes his head no. And you can see the Lavender Parlor immediately recoil and kind of get behind the Dawn Guard who are encircling Gwen. And she finally lets the facade drop. And then, like, struggling in your grasp, Dunk, she lets the fineries drop. A shriek rings out from behind as she kind of struggles and like lets these kind of flames burn down her hair to frame, singed and thin, leaving her almost somewhat bald and empty-haired, the color fading from her skin, wrinkled and sallow and dripping down as she kind of hunches over, letting the bones crack. And everyone is just kind of screaming and shouting as she just starts to stand up several feet taller, her arms extending out, scraping against these kind of like the ground and clawed tips and driving up sparks as she attempts to kind of shove you off of her. She lashes out wildly and just immediately plunges her fist through the chest of a nearby noble person in her attempt to kind of like shrug you off of her and immediately shakes the body off of her. She's enough! Enough! I've waited thousands of years. I've seen worlds crumble to dust, empires fall, oceans boil. I've seen wretched mortals commit their heinous crimes while others subject me and my sisters to toil beyond measure, including the likes of you. They're exalted for it. She starts to turn towards you, Willem, your blade still lingering, facing her, your mortal enemy entwined in your closest ally. She spits in your direction. I've brought hundreds of spawn into this world. None were worth the dirt I piss in. I didn't want you. You weren't special. You are another in a long line of desperate pleas from mortals from my gift. And like all the rest, I hoped you'd come to my breast. And finally, unlike all the others, you exalted me. In those years away in your darkest hours of your pathetic existence, you craved me. You wanted the power I could provide. I will have Dunk make another contested strength roll. She tends to break free from you.
With advantage.
Yes.
As
She
the
rolled.
Because I'm
priest
still very
right
She rolled a
as I
nat 1. And so it doesn't matter. You can tell the fury has just overtaken her.
I like to think his feet aren't even on the ground. He's just like kind of hanging
Yeah, just
on.
like keeping her down. Um, you were, you were the final piece, but you decided to kill all the rest. Decided to grow a conscience in the face of all odds. Be a hero. So rather than go back to the drawing board, I adapted. I have everything I need. Right here. I'll have you all roll initiative.
Chris, can I retroactively do something as like Dunk is kind of grappling with her?
Sure.
Can I just like as like all this tension is happening, could I ready a spell so I
Yeah.
could like cast it immediately on combat?
Mhm.
Okay. I just
I
want
appreciate you
to
not interrupting the monologue.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
never. I would like to cast Bestow Curse.
Okay. So at the top of combat, you will have the opportunity to do that.
Cool.
All right. Willem, what did you roll?
4.
Randy, what did you roll?
15.
Branwen.
18.
Dunk.
18 as well.
Okay.
Is there an owl there?
There will be in a moment, yes.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Alrighty. Okay. First off, Randy, go ahead and cast your spell.
Bestow Curse is a touch spell, so I'm casting Confusion instead.
Theoretically, you are in range if you wanted to walk. Like you could be walking
then I
over
will
to her while she's.
do that thing I
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
You were patient, so you can go ahead and touch her.
Yeah, I will do that. It's a Wisdom saving throw of 17 for her.
She passes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. With that, it is Cena's turn. And she's going to use her turn to get out here. So she will miss the first round of combat. And it is now Gwen's turn. And each of you may open the owlbear as she is going to make a strength check against you, Dunk. Am I frozen or are you guys frozen?
Oh no,
Okay.
I'm here.
What did you roll? She rolled an 18.
Ooh, I rolled an 18 on the dice, but that is a 23.
Okay. So she is not free of you. She will, however, use her legendary action to summon 7 babaos Actually, she conjures a whole heck of a lot more babaus that are starting to scare off the various members of the Coliseum, but 7 of them are in the pit fighting with you all, and you may enter the owlbear if you have not already. Okay. And then with her actual turn, she is going to. Pardon me.
Pooper pants.
No, she doesn't do that.
Got him.
She is
Royal
going to
bloomers.
One of these
cast
days, they'll poop their pants.
Dominate Person on you, Dunk, and she will need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
With advantage because you
With-
have Hero's Feast.
Yes. Thank you.
Shout out to Heroes Feast.
I needed it. Let's see, wisdom. Oh God, 12.
Oh, I think you're dominated, bud.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not enough.
Oh, that sounds really
yeah.
dominated.
Tommied by a mommy.
You are dominated, and she will instruct you to. She's gonna kind of like turn around, look over her shoulder at you, and she looks at like between you and Randy and just goes, "Kill him!" And you must now use your turns to do that, and you will make a Wisdom saving throw every time you take damage to break that.
Okay.
Oh, it's just like the end of Pokemon, the first movie.
And with that is the end of. Actually, no. Well, she has a lot of stuff she can do. She's going to make her second attack with another claw at Randy. Are you hit by a 17?
Meets it, beats it.
Okay. Whoops. That is pretty good. Or rather, not that much. So that's 6 for 10. 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
And.
Oh wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more. That's cocked. 11 necrotic damage.
Hurts more.
That is the end of her turn.
Okay.
Now it is a few of the Babau's turns, specifically Babau's 3, 2, and 1, which I'm going to
Babau.
say are down here. And they're going to race over. I shouldn't do this here. I should do it in the live version, since that was so weird last time. And they're going to come over here and start attacking Amar and Calyx. This one has to dash to get over here, so he will use his action doing that. But the other two will attempt to swat at Amar and Calyx. Both of them miss their first attack. And they both, one misses on the second attack, but the other one hits Amar. Oh my god, this is to manage. Okay. Okay. Dunk, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna look over at Randy, snarl, and loosen my grip on Gwen as I fly into a rage.
You fly into a rage?
Yes.
What
Roll
flavor of rage?
Yeah, roll a D100.
Is it a mindless rage?
One day blinding. One day blinding.
Wait,
No,
do you have mindless rage?
no, I do not.
Mm-hmm.
That is flavor 27.
Session number 69.
Road.
This is how I access this list every time. I just go to session number 69. You said
Question
29?
69.
27.
27. Ooh, nice.
I fall asleep.
No. You summon 27 or 29?
27.
27. Cool, but not as good. I'll wait until something happens before I tell you what happens.
Okay. Well, then I will start swinging recklessly at Randy.
Okay.
That is 29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
This isn't you. No.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. Do I roll it? I just roll again, right?
Yes.
And you
He's
take the
probably
lower.
gonna hit me.
Oh, maybe not. 20 to hit.
Yeah,
No.
that super hits
Okay.
me.
Okay.
He's 17.
Randy optimizing his character? Come on.
I would never.
Let's see. Oh god. What do we even fucking roll here? Okay, this one. I roll these, and then this one. So that is I didn't roll great, so that's good for you. Or us. Let's see. So let's see. Let's see. 14 bludgeoning damage. Wait, no, hang on. 21 bludgeoning damage and 1 fire damage.
Okay.
And that was the first attack. 17 meets it, beats it.
Yep.
Ord, I hope you remember you can fly.
I remember. I just, yeah, damn. Yeah. No, I know.
I think you might need to fly away.
That's oh god. I'm so sorry, Randy. So that's
Instant kill.
14, so 17 plus so 22 plus so 26 bludgeoning damage and 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Luckily that is it.
I'm looking bad.
Okay. And with that, it is Branwen's turn.
I put a hand on Willem's shoulder. You're supposed to be up there, and I'm gonna dimension door us up to. Ah, no, I wanted the little grab man. Right up here.
Okay.
And then.
Ah.
Oh, you went away. No, come back. Willem, Randy has more of the cocaine in his pocket. He had 2 doses. Me and Dunk both gave him doses. I'm gonna go now, and I'm going to face step. Bonus action face step. 30 feet. Oh gosh, where did my measure go? Yeah. Face step. Over here. Ah, fucking Christ on a bike. And then just use my movement to run the rest of the way in to come support Amar.
Okay. Good stuff. It is now Babau's number 5's turn. While my computer is dying. Okay. They also need to dash.
Are things like kind of choppy for everybody else, especially Chris.
Yeah.
Just every now and then.
Hmm.
It's honestly just
It's
because I'm
from
running.
all
Like
the
now, he's not talking at all.
I know that they're hating
Oh,
me.
yeah.
It's really, he's locked in. Oh, I think he moved slightly. Looking under the half,
But
and
now
you're
I'm
fine,
farther
but
away.
you're not.
But
Okay.
he also gave him some cocaine.
Okay.
The
am
long
I
rest
good?
cocaine. Yes.
You guys can hear. Okay. It's just because I'm running too
Yes.
many things at once. All right. It is that Babau's turn. They moved. It is now Calix's turn. And Calix is going to take a free action to draw his sword and look at Amar and just say, "It is an honor to fight alongside you once more, my king." And he is going to just do a battle cry and bawl out and attack this first Babao, specifically Babao number 3, with 2 attacks. The first one misses, the second one hits. So that is going to be 2d8,
2D.
7,
Mm.
8,
Laugh every time.
15 plus 6 is 21 slashing damage. And then he will do an additional 4d8 radiant damage. So
48
15,
damage?
19, 22,
Getting all the
28,
classics in.
31.
We
31
even had
damage on the bow number 3. And then he will, it wasn't a free action, it was his bonus action to tell Amar that it is an honor to fight alongside him once more, and he gives him his commanding presence, which gives Amar advantage on all of his attacks for the next round. And it is now Randy's turn.
If I were to fly away, I would have attacks of opportunity from Dunk and Bitch, right?
Yes.
Can't do that. I'll die.
Snort your last cocaine.
Will that take an action?
Yes.
And also, that would just give me 1 spell slot back, basically, that I needed.
But wouldn't you get full health back?
Yeah, you'd be taking the benefits of a full long rest.
Forgot about that part.
That's the important part.
That's why I was suggesting it.
And also, the spell slot you would get back is high level.
It's
Mhm.
true. Yeah, that seems like the smartest course of action. I'll do that.
Do a little,
Okay.
It's just like
I had to think about it.
It's like in
but
Skyrim
yeah.
when you like quick pause to eat 15 wheels of Edar cheese.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just jam
Yeah.
on some scramble real quick, and Gwen kind of like looks at you perplexed and growls. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
Well,
do you have healing word?
no. Well, yeah, but it's not. I can't do it as a bonus action.
Healing word is a
Since
bonus
I'm
action.
not I'm not a. What? Has it always been that way?
Pretty sure.
Oh,
I
damn,
think
look,
so.
Look at that shit, huh?
But you are also fully healed.
Baldur's
Uh,
Gate. Come on,
I
man.
could do that. Does anyone need healing?
Oh, I don't know actually.
I'm good.
Save it for now.
Yeah, I don't do that then. I'm gonna guess nothing I really can do. Oh, that's not true. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I'm a stupid little bitch.
No, you're a brilliant, brilliant not bitch.
You're
Thanks,
a
man.
brave,
I
brave
cast spiritual
boy.
weapon as a bonus action.
Yay!
Oh, it's been so
Oh
long.
We
yeah.
haven't been in combat in like real combat forever.
Yeah.
I
What do-
love Spirit. Oh, wait,
what
no,
do you-
I'm thinking
what do you conjure?
Spirit Guardians.
It's gotta be.
Can it be a version of Gwen, but she's going, I'm Gwen. Gwen.
Nah, I'm gonna go lame here, and I'm just gonna say it's Willem's old sword, not his shitty Limmy sword. It's his
Ah.
old cool sword that I liked.
Okay.
The old cool sword that didn't have a conscience.
Yeah. And it will.
Not gonna lie, I thought your new sword was just gonna be straight evil, but it does have a conscience.
It's the
pretty silly.
opposite of evil.
I hate it.
I mean, with a name like Limb Render, you're not expecting it to be like, no, don't hurt her, she's innocent.
Don't rend her limbs.
Going
Don't
to
rend
get
her
a-
limbs.
because it can attack on when it's cast. It's gonna get a dirty 20 on Gwen.
Okay. That hits.
Oh, okay. I was totally expecting you to be like, no, sorry.
There's something about don't rend her limbs that's very funny.
Only 7 damage.
I was
Okay.
gonna ask what had tickled you so much.
All right. And that is your turn,
Ooh, limb render.
which
Yes.
makes it Amar's turn. So can you see when I move things? Like, is there now a knife next to Gwen?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yes.
In that case, Amar is going to face step here,
Yes, King.
and kind of look to the side of Calyx and goes, just like old times. And he will Kami Ga and cast Sunbeam
Oh my god.
out of his hands, and those three babaos right there. So they have to make, I believe, Constitution saving throws. They do.
You could just kill them. It's fine.
It's fine. You can kill
All
him.
three of them succeed, but they're still going to take damage. Specifically, they
75
take
damage.
6, 12, 14, 19.
1900 damage.
That's crazy.
24. You guys always do this while I'm counting. 25, 26 damage, and they're all going to take half damage. So what numbers are those? That's 5, 1, and 2. So they all
Yes.
take 13 damage. And does he do anything else? He's gonna cast another spell because he can do two because he's sick as hell.
He's so cool.
Nice.
He is going to cast Chain Lightning.
Ooh.
1, 2.
Ow.
And he's going to do it. Create a bolt of lightning that arcs across the target of your choice. You can see 3 bolts then lead from target to as many as 3 other target. Each must be within 30 feet rather. So looking at the owlbear, he's going to hit 2, 1, 5, 6, and 7. No, he can only hit 3, so he's going to hit 2, 1, 5, and 6. And that is a
78
dexterity saving throw. So that's 4 dice I have to roll. Only one of them succeeds, which they're all going to take. I'm rolling this on my phone.
Bone damage.
Almost sounds like bone damage.
Oh, the bone. Spooky.
You know who I was thinking about earlier?
be
I was
taking
thinking about
bone damage
Johanna
from you.
today.
42
Oh my god.
damage.
So like an average of 4 damage.
What? Oh,
4d2.
I'm going to say 6 succeeded, so they only took 21. Okay. And that is his turn. So each of you kind of watch as, like, first just this blinding beam of light shoots out and eviscerates 3 of these creatures. And then immediately he kind of pulls down his hand from the sky as clouds gather and lightning springs from creature to creature, zapping through the air. And it is now Babau's 4 and 7's turn. 7's going to come over and start attacking you, Branwen. And 4 is going to dash over here. They're going to roll to hit you twice, Branwen. They're 16 and an 18.
What was the first one?
16.
16 meets it beats it.
Okay. So that is going to be. Ouch. 23 damage.
Ouch.
Um,
Owie.
I'm
at
glad
long
I healed
last,
you.
it is Willem's turn.
All right.
And to be clear, because you are
Hmm.
attacking from 1 level up, you have advantage on all of your attacks.
He's got the high ground.
I've got the high ground. Bonus action hex that bitch.
Okay.
She's gonna have disadvantage on Constitution checks or saving throws, whichever it is. I forgot.
It's checks.
And then I will say, I am Willem Hagsbane, and justice will be done. And then I'm going to attack her. Are we hit by a 19?
They are not.
Advantage from my last silvery barbs.
I rolled
He
that
already-
with advantage.
Yeah, he already has advantage.
Oh yeah, never mind. I take my silvery barbs advantage back.
And we're gonna do it again. Is she hit by a 22?
She is.
Nice. Okay.
She would be.
So 11 slashing damage. Uh, 14. Nope. Hold on. Gotta roll another. 18 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And 5 radiant damage.
Okay. You notice that the necrotic damage might not be doing as much to her. And as you strike her, she's just gonna say, "Good. I only need one of you."
I'm sorry, what?
It's interesting.
And just making sure
She's gonna feed someone to Azaleus.
just making sure that everyone is good to keep going with combat, or if we want to pick
Yeah, man.
pause here.
I got a late
Yeah.
morning tomorrow.
Okay, great. Just want to make sure. Okay. All right. Anything else with your turn, Willem?
Nope.
Okay. With that, it is now the top of the round, and Gwen is going to use one of her legendary actions to
What if she didn't?
teleport,
That bitch.
and she is going to teleport. Shloop! Right here, up on Branwen.
I think she's
And
trying to rend your limbs.
Oh.
once she gets there, she is going to use a free action to look at you dead in the eye, Branwen, and goes, "I was promised 3 souls in exchange for the one that was taken." And she is going to swing at you.
Uh-oh.
19 and a 15. So the 19 hits.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. Plus. Sorry, I don't quite know it yet. 18? Yes, that hits.
It also hits.
Okay, so that is 6, 11, 6, 15 slashing damage.
And that's it, right?
Nope. 2, 3, 8, 10 necrotic.
And that's it, right?
That is it, but you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it against poison?
No.
Damn it.
Nope. I lied. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. You're good.
Yes.
Wrong thing. Okay, that is her turn, and it is now Cena's turn. So as this kind of like, and everyone kind of just descends as the Dawn Guard rally and start to fight off some of the other Babaos and start to clear citizens out of the Coliseum as Cena comes racing out of the like rampway just as Gwen teleports next to Branwen. And she is going to come racing in first by throwing her 2 daggers in
She's
Gwen's
so cool.
direction. Both of those hit. She will not get sneak attack because it's a. Well, actually, no, she will because you're flanking her. And she does not have disadvantage. So thrown, those are D4 plus 6, 8 and 7, 15 plus 3d6, 15 plus 6, so 21, 26, 32 damage.
Girly.
And then she's going to close the distance action surge and attack 2
Girly.
more times. Ooh, 1 misses. Actually, no, they both miss. So that was an unfortunate action surge. And that is the end of her turn.
Advantage from silvery barbs that I just did.
On one of them.
And also because you're in love.
Yeah.
She rolled 2 8s, so she misses both times,
Well.
unfortunately. Okay. It is now the 3 Babao's turn.
Oh, wow.
And they are specifically 3, 2, and 1. So 3 is going to attack Calyx. 2 is attacking Amar. So let's do the Amar ones first. Hit and miss. Ooh. Okay. And then Calyx one. Wow, not one. Okay. Dunk, it is your turn.
Don't.
And there's nothing I can do to like get out of this besides just getting hit.
I think you had to have taken damage, but let me double check before you do anything.
Does he not get a? I thought he got a wisdom saving throw every turn.
When he takes
Every
damage.
time he takes damage.
When I take damage.
Oh,
And none of us are gonna hit our sweet little dunk.
maybe we should though.
Yeah, maybe
Should.
you should give me like a little,
Just a little
like you can
tap.
like punch me, like.
Just a love tap.
Yeah.
I do have the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, you only
But,
make a saving throw when we attack when you get hit. So it is your turn.
Ooh, until then, 26 to hit.
Kill me, Dunk.
No.
I won't die. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
You already saw in the mirror.
11 bludgeoning and shit, I hit it. 2 fire.
It's not that bad.
No, but I am gonna swing again.
I know. I know it, buddy.
Oh.
20 to hit.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's that? 15 physical damage and
Okay.
7 fire.
That's not horrible.
Good. I'm glad.
It's not great. But it's not horrible.
Okay. It is now Branwen's turn.
I am going to bonus action activate Feybound Defense with my rapier, and then I will use my action to cast Cure Wounds on myself at 4th level.
Okay.
And that's gonna be my turn.
All right. With that is Babao number 5's turn. They're going to come up here and attack Orion. They miss.
Orion.
So that is their turn. Now it is Calyx's
Something was
turn.
really funny.
Both
Auto
of those hit. So he rolls 2d8 twice. So 9 plus 6, 15. 9, 24 plus 4d6. 2,
46.
7, 13, 15. He just absolutely eviscerates this guy right in front of him.
Nice.
I'm glad you make you laugh, Steph.
Babao number 3
Someone's
is
got it.
dead. And it is now. So you all kind of like watch over his shoulder as like he cleaves down, and then as he rips the blade out, he slices right to the side and retches into the gut of the Babao and shoves it onto the ground. And it is now Randy's turn.
He's Randon.
It's Randlian time.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep.
Yes, I will. First of all, get that little guy over there, and I'm gonna poke Dunk with
Okay.
the spiritual weapon.
All right. Roll to hit.
22.
That will hit.
Okay.
Hurrah.
Yay!
Roll damage.
You take 7 damage.
As you can make a new wisdom saving throw, which you
Come
make
on,
with
Dunk.
advantage, and you get +2 because Willem is within 10 feet of you.
Yeah.
I sure am.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
That's,
Go!
that's on my dice!
On the
that
step
one.
dice.
Dunk, you kind
I'm
of like
going
It's the only
to
good roll.
shake your head off as you see like Randy standing in front of you, like bruised and bloody. And he's like,
I go, yeah, you good, man?
much better. Sorry about that.
Awesome. And then I look out into the Coliseum where shit's happening, and I start flying.
okay.
I jump and I fly and I kind of like hover, kind of.
Have any of us seen you
30
fly
feet.
before?
Yes, from in the
Yeah.
pit.
Yeah, in the
Briefly.
descent.
We're all trying not to laugh.
Where am I going? Like right there, yeah.
Okay.
Womp womp. I don't remember what I said. Probably there.
You're like right here.
Got it. Okay. And I am going to, as I'm kind of wings going like this, I'm going to say, Adara, grant me the power to best this bitch. And I cast. I don't cast it. I just use divine intervention.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Don't you only get to do
which-
that like once?
Once every 7 days.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate rules.
But you gotta roll the thing, right?
Yeah, I gotta. If it's equal or less than 10, they intervene.
Equal or less than
Wait,
10?
what? If
It's a
your roll
percentage
is equal
dice.
to or less than 10, your
So you
deity
just-
intervenes. That's what it says.
You just roll
Maybe
straight
I
D20.
just typed that wrong.
Basically, you have a 10% chance of getting divine intervention.
No.
No,
Not
like a
10%.
50% chance.
Yeah, 50%.
What?
10 or less. 10 is
On a
This is on
D20.
a D1. I believe this is on a D100.
No.
Oh.
Maybe I
For real?
wrote it down wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's.
Quick to consult the oracle.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
10th level ability, if that helps.
Oh, it is percentile die. Oh shit! I didn't read that.
Do it just for the bit.
Equal to or lower than your cleric level, and we're level what? 13?
We're level 11.
11? Shit. Well, I guess I committed.
You have to describe the assistance you seek.
I'm taking help me best this bitch as the direction.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do. If
Okay.
you get You are a champion. I'm giving you up to 20.
Can it be double my level? Because I rolled a 22.
Oh,
I'm going to allow it. Rule of cool.
Thank you for being cool.
Hell yeah.
it's real cool.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. The proof that I
No,
rolled a 22.
all good. So
God's saying it's okay.
hold on one second.
He needs to think about what besting this bitch means in context.
Randy gets a 12 gauge shotgun.
Randy gets the power to travel through time. Wouldn't that be crazy?
What if-
crazy?
What if you got 20 spiritual weapons?
Okay. Yeah, everybody. Okay.
Uh-oh.
As Randy is literally just like kind of floating there, he enunciates this into the air, and everyone kind of lingers for just a moment. And Randy, you feel like the hair kind of stick up on the back of your neck just a little bit, and that same kind of choking sensation that you felt when the flame snuck into your throat tightens around your neck. For just a moment, as your mouth opens and light just erupts from your mouth and eyes and every scent, like any part of your body, light just emanates from and washes the
Out the
entire
butthole. Out
exactly
the beehole.
all of it. White light
The place
everywhere.
where the
everywhere.
dew shine.
Randy is a shimmering golden light in the sky, bathing the entire area, a 30-foot radius, in holy radiant light. All of you have advantage on all saving throws. Attackers have disadvantage against you, and any fiends who attack you must make a saving throw or be blinded, as Randy
Holy
is
shit.
bathed in holy aura.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Adara isn't such a bitch.
Gosh,
She's cool
That
sometimes.
is your turn. It is now Amar's. And he's just, a true champion of the gods. And he will do what? What other dope ass things can he do?
A champion.
It's a meat. It's a meatball.
Chef Boyardee.
What's he scheming? What's he doing? Oh, yes. Wait.
My intent with that was to just go Super Saiyan, and
You kind of did.
I'll
You
take
kinda
it.
did.
Yeah.
El Randy.
Okay. He's gonna do a cool thing. He's gonna face step over here, right up on top of Gwen, and just go. He goes, "You should have burned a long time ago." And he is going to unleash Fey Fire from his hands, and she will need to make a Dexterity saving throw. Actually, no, it's a ranged spell attack. He rolls with advantage. That hits. That is. Jesus.
$69.
39 radiant damage.
6d9.
39 radiant damage. as Branwen, you're kind of on the other side, you feel like the licks of flame burning around her, and she kind of cries out, "Ah, I cannot be burned." And it is now the other Babau's turn. They're going to come and cluster around Calyx, specifically 4, 7, and 6. 6 is going to come over to Randy and start attacking with disadvantage since he's in the air. They miss with both of their attacks. 7 and 6. 7's going to attack Branwen with disadvantage.
Ow!
Misses on the first. Misses on the second.
Yay!
And 4, 7, and 6. Where's 4? 4 will come over to Calyx and attack with disadvantage. 2 8s, miss. And a nat 1, miss. Wow, holy aura. It's Willem's turn.
Did I take damage?
You did not. They missed.
Oh, cool.
I am going to join in the party, and I will bonus action Misty Step myself over here. And then I will run up on Gwen and
Freakazoid.
attack.
Okay.
Yep, that's me, the Freakazoid. Advantage on all attacks, is that correct?
Indeed. No, you have advantage on all saving throws.
Okay.
And other creatures have disadvantage against you.
Well, I just rolled with advantage, so should I do a whole new roll?
Yes.
Is a 3 and a 19. So 22.
That hits.
$12 slashing.
Okay.
Uh, 12 necrotic. And 5 radiant.
Okay.
And then we're gonna try to do it again.
By all means.
19 doesn't do it, yeah?
Does not hit.
Bummer.
Okay, all right. It's doing it. Okay.
That's my turn.
It is now top of the round. Gwen will expend a legendary action. To cast a
Cool.
spell. Specifically, she's going to cast Chain Lightning. Now, you each have advantage on this saving throw. So she's going to cast it at Willem. But Cena, Branwen, and Randy need to make dexterity saving throws.
With advantage.
Oh, thank God. I forgot about that for a second.
I'm using my Cena die to make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
12.
Willem.
Don't forget to add 2.
20.
14.
Willem.
Dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yes.
17.
Okay. Randy and Willem and Cena take 26 lightning damage. Branwen, you take 53.
Holy fuck.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm a little crispy.
You turn into a pile of ash with just shoes on the bottom and 2 eyes, and they blink and make a cartoonish noise.
As Branwen collapses to the earth, Gwen's eyes light up. Yes! But it is Cena's turn first, as that was her legendary action.
It's
And
Omni-Cena time.
Omni-Cena. She is going to roll once to hit. She rolls twice to hit. Makes 2 attacks. She hits with both. Where are her fighter superiority dice? She's going to expend a superiority die to make her attack even worse. So she is going to roll. Whoa. She hits twice.
Wow.
She hits 9 on both. 18. She's going to expend a superiority die to add 8 more to that. 26. And then her 3d6 sneak attack damage. 10. What did I just say? She's 18 plus 6, 24, 28, 31. And she's effectively screaming as she does this. But it is Gwen's turn. And what occurs is. Oh no, I lost it. All of you start to notice that you haven't seen the Lady Annalise in quite some time. As she kind of brings a claw down onto Branwen, which automatically hits to deal the damage. So, Branwen, you will automatically fail 2 death saving throws.
You trying to kill this girl?
She will produce a crown from the folds of her cloak. And she holds it up, and you can very clearly see it's a kind of like ancient circlet of jewel-crusted scarlet bramble. And she holds it above her head and will use her second action to cast a custom spell of hers as she chants, "Born from the flame, my soul untwined, the fires of hell my power refined. 4 shall raise me and exalt my throne. Their whispers bind me, flesh and bone." And beyond the Lady Gwen, you can see the Lady Annalise kind of rise up for just a moment as she sees her daughter fallen on the field. And she looks almost with pain in her heart as she crumples in an instant, her arm snapping behind her as her body lifts off of the ground, the color immediately fading from her skin, and the
Well, she's
snap
getting hereditary.
of her neck as a hellish flame links her body to the crown. "I get 3 more for the ones stolen from her," as she looks to Branwen, who sits on the edge of life, as she wrenches her claw out and prepares to swing again. But it is no longer her turn, and we will end tonight's session there.
You're crazy for that one, Chris. You're crazy for that one.
We thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Nat20Hot. We will be back again next Wednesday, October the 16th.
There you go.
I got nothing more to say.
What?
Thank you for
Mid
tuning
combat.
in. So long, everyone.
What?